What's going on, everyone? It's Nina Infinity. Welcome back to my channel on this Wednesday. This is Breaking the Narrative, and I have here with me someone super special guest. I love this guest, and it's the first time you see his face on the screen on this channel. It's Andre from Midnight's Edge. Hi, Andre.
Hey, Nina.
Hi.
Good to be here. Glad to see you and glad to be seen. Of course, you've seen my picture before on mobile, if nothing else. So
yes,
yeah.
I have. It wasn't quite like a face reveal for me, but it is a reveal for the channel. And like I don't know if people have seen you, but he's here. He's real.
Yeah.
He's not a cartoon character.
No, I know. It's like there's been some fun reactions. Like before I was on camera, I had spoke with Robert Meyer Burnett, who spoke like he was like in shock, like, my God, you're real. So yeah, that was funny.
Oh my God, I know, that's crazy. We also have Polly here. Polly's here, who received some kind of bad news just before we went live. So he's here to talk about all of that and more. What's going on, Polly from Latino Slant?
Hello, hello. Hi, Nina.
Hey.
What's up, Dante?
Hi,
Andre.
Hi,
This
I'm
past
sorry
week
to
I've-
hear about.
Oh,
what's
yeah,
going
man.
on.
Yeah.
What
Yeah, that's
happened? Tell us
bummer.
what happened.
We just had a live stream a little while ago, and we were playing a YouTube video of a movie from 1993, doing a movie review, and we get a copyright strike. And I stopped the live stream, and I can't do anything on my channel at all. Like it was like the first time ever a strike. So I did the appeal, but I can't even load a video. Like I can't even, I'm trying to, make money here doing.
Did you have a warning, or like was it the first time?
Nope. There's no warning. Sorry there.
Yeah.
No
Wait,
warning.
so not even a claim, but a strike?
Right, which was I was surprised with. That's where I was like, listen, I understand suspending the live stream and giving a warning or a claim, but what's with the strike? This is an old ass movie no one knows about.
Who delivered the strike? And you should be able to see that in the studio. Like, was it a manual claim, or was it a bot that's just really going haywire and looking into how can we screw with people? Because
Midnight
Midnight
we should also explain to the audience like the difference between a strike and a claim.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's kind of a problem right now on YouTube. So yeah.
It's only going to get worse.
It just says third-party content.
That's crazy, man. I mean, we've discussed this last week with Verbal and Aiden Paladin about the AI strike that was going on. If you guys are interested, I know it's a lot of shop talk with regards to what's going on in YouTube and YouTube creators, but it is kind of a crazy time right now on YouTube, which is why I constantly recommend people to make sure you're signed up on Rumble and X and Kick and every other kind of platform. I'm not big of a fan of Twitch, so I don't really promote Twitch all that much, but alternative platforms, get on there, guys, because this is getting ridiculous with YouTube. And as you can see right now, like Polly just got a strike for just playing a random YouTube clip. We can't even be YouTubers anymore. This is getting ridiculous. And I was not intending to start the show with like shop talk.
No.
No, that's reality happening, isn't it?
Right.
Yeah, well, it's important people know this because, like I said, you guys didn't hear this, but before the show, we were all talking. And personally, I think this is YouTube trying to phase out smaller creators to basically make way for bigger people who realize that Hollywood sucks, and now they're all moving to YouTube. So,
yeah. Look, there's people here that have never seen what Andre looks like. I told you guys a first time face reveal on this channel for Andre. This is a big deal. Everybody's like, oh my God, he's real. He's not just some Nordic cartoon character.
I'm not an AI. I'm not the Nordic AI.
So, you know what's so crazy, Andre? Is like that's one of the things that's going on around about the AI strike. Is like people are saying that like if you have one of those cartoon characters or like if you're basically not a real person, like if
like me, basically.
Yeah, what you were like for so long is an issue. It's a major issue because the AI thinks you're like a cartoon. So that they're like, you have to show your face on the
but notice
screen.
how this wasn't a problem like 2 months ago.
Of course. Yeah. This is all very strange. A lot of strange happenings for sure.
Indeed.
But if you guys are watching out there, make sure you smash the like, share the stream, all the good stuff. We also have another person joining, somebody else from Midnight's Edge that is going to be here soon, probably. Tom Connors should be here. And I also sent the link to a script doctor who should be joining us in about an hour or so. So hang on with that. We're gonna get into a lot of stuff, a lot of entertainment talk tonight, because it's been a minute since we've talked like real entertainment. And I love the fact that Midnight's Edge is here so we can talk about the Met Gala and all the stuff that's going on. But this YouTube thing is definitely a bummer for sure for all of us. Andre, you guys on Midnight's Edge have a Rumble, right?
We do have a Rumble. We haven't we don't have like a huge crowd on Rumble, but we really have to focus there because we are being suppressed hardcore on YouTube right now. And it's purely a bot thing because we see that happening to many channels in our sphere. And it's not just us; it's even the bigger ones like Nerdrotic, the Critical Drinker. I mean, they still do huge numbers, but even their numbers are significantly smaller than what they used to be. But at Midnight's Edge, oh yeah, we can totally tell. And it's not that people have like randomly stopped watching our content. No, it's that they're not getting notified.
Yeah. That's been a big issue with a lot of notification stuff. And then of course, like the issues of like, oh, here's a random strike for your channel, Polly from Latino Slant. Then that's not going to promote your videos. Like if let's say Polly had a video uploaded yesterday, guess what? That video is dead now, like because he just got a strike. So it's like it's basically working against everything.
And
like
we've gotten a lot of claims lately on older videos, which only goes to show that the AI is really scouring through everything. Older videos, because we have like 3, 4, 5-year-old videos that suddenly now are getting claims. So like not the kind of claims that mean anything, just like we are now taking the revenue from this video that no one has seen in like 6 months anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But only goes to show that something is happening, and they are incredibly vigilant, and it appears that they are looking to get you for anything, the smallest of infraction.
I had the same thing too, because you guys know how I do that Infinite Hope, like the good news show. I like randomly started getting ones from like 2-3 years ago. Like it's just
exactly
like randomly, like, oh, this is claimed, like anything with Steve Hartman is claimed. And it's all like the same people, so you know it's an AI that's like going
You should be careful with that clip of the Norwegian hamster we had the last time I was on, because even though it's a home video, the BBC featured it. So then suddenly they can claim it because they can say, oh, that's ours now.
It's so crazy. Those videos are actually the craziest one for me, because that's how I got my couple of strikes the first time a couple of years ago. Was through those, like, you know, the channels that like kind of buy the clips and then they redistribute, and then if you play that clip, like it's like a viral dog video or something, they claim you. They're vulture companies. It's actually kind of insane.
That's the one time we actually had a strike was through one of those vulture companies, but of course they were acting on behalf of Disney. This was when I had early access to Captain Marvel.
Wow.
And you could tell that someone were there watching, and they were waiting to see what my review was going to be, because it was the moment when it was clear that my review was going to be negative, took down the whole stream and everything, like insta.
That's crazy.
Copyright strike. And of course there was nothing that they could land. It was a fraudulent strike, so it was lifted a couple of days later, but by that point the damage was already done. And of course that's how we invented Not Some Kid. It was after that, when we needed Not Some Kid to do some drawings that they couldn't possibly draw. But who knows now? Because like I saw Mortal Kombat just posted the full review with spoilers a few hours ago, getting suppressed big time. But even before that, I posted my initial impressions when I saw the movie last week, and even
did you like
there
it?
we had like I loved it. But
Yay.
even there we had basically done our own AI recreation of the music to have like a background in the score claimed.
Wow, of course.
And it's a recreation. It's our own cover, still claimed,
Yeah.
just for using the melody. But yeah, no, I love that movie. Very happy to go into spoilers, anything you want. But when you
Nice. No, I don't. Well, I don't want spoilers, mind you. Like, it's like, who cares? It's
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat. Like, what is the story? Like,
Yeah.
no one really cares.
But yeah, no, I had a
lot
lot of fun with it, so I thought it was tremendous.
That's awesome. Polly, have you seen it yet? No.
You're
It's okay.
muted.
He's muted. He's
Yeah,
in the strike zone.
We had a media screening to see it last night, but on our website I have these I have like 6 writers now, film critics for the LatinoSlant.com, so it's really exciting what we're doing there.
Nice.
But she got there late, so it's like I'm not going to review a movie that I didn't see the beginning of. So I believe she's going though today or tomorrow. So we will get a review of that. Yeah. It's some great people.
It's rough though.
What's that?
It's rough with like the strike and everything. I know, like I wanted to do a review, and now I'm like, put it on your Rumble channel, Polly. Put it on your Rumble channel.
You know what? I did. It wouldn't let me load. We had a great talk right now with on Selena honoring. It's an old video from 1993 where she honors Michael Jackson, Selena Quintanilla.
Yeah,
it was a great little. So I clipped it. I can't even load that because I know that'll get a lot of eyeballs. So I guess I'll put it up on Rumble. That's a good idea.
Yeah, put it on Rumble. Put it on X. X will do like really well right now with those kind of stuff.
Really?
You got it. We got to diversify. They see it's weird too because X is also doing this weird thing where they're like suppressing a lot of stuff, but they've said that they want original content from people. So like you film yourself, it's more likely to go viral and stuff like that. But those kind of clips usually do really well on X. So
are they like? Is there a time limit they have to be like? Because this one's 13 minutes.
I don't think so.
Should be shorter. Oh,
no,
okay.
I don't think there's a time limit on X.
I've only uploaded shorts on X.
There's no time limit. Like you could do as long form content. Like, have you seen Tucker Carlson? He has like 2-hour podcasts on there.
Yeah, he has the shows on there.
There's no. And we do have someone else joining us. The other part of Midnight's Edge, Mr. Tom Connors is here. Hi, Tom. Riveting. Amazing, Tom. Tom from Midnight. Checking in live with Tom. Okay. That's.
I think my audio's working now.
Hi. Hi, how are you?
You don't have to like me, but you don't need to hate me. Just because I'm living a big dream. Just like a fat kid eating cake and ice cream. It's so yummy, on my big old belly. Do you need some peanut butter cause you so jelly? You so damn jelly.
Hi, Tom. Good to see you, man. Kind of. There you are. Hi. Look at you with your RoboCop shirt and your doggy. Hi. Oh, little doggies here. So I don't know if you heard, Tom, but Latino Slant got a strike like right before we went live because he played some old clip of something.
From Blood In, Blood Out, to be precise.
There you go. Of Blood In, Blood Out.
Yep.
Terrible.
Wow, you got a strike for that? Not just a claim?
Yeah.
No, they struck it. They stopped the live stream.
Wow.
They deleted the live stream. They gave me a strike. I can't load. I can't do shit.
Wow. What the fuck?
A week. So
crazy.
YouTube, you're losing your shit.
Yep.
Yeah.
But anyways, we're not here to talk about that. Come on.
YouTube
No, but
is
that's
going
BS.
nuts, you guys. I do have a member here from Spectral Citizen. You've been a member like many months ago. I don't know why YouTube is saying that you just became a member. Maybe it's a
they
renewal.
changed their level.
Well, maybe
Yeah, maybe
renewed or
that
changed
could
level.
be. But thank you, Spectral Citizen. You're awesome. And we got Hembry Jeremiah 645. Thank you. Matthew Lillard is Superman, Man of Tomorrow, he says. I don't know what this means.
I don't either. I know Matthew Lillard is Matthew Lillard.
Well, he's now in that movie. That it was announced on Deadline Hollywood a few hours ago.
Oh, is he in Man of Tomorrow?
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
he was announced to be in
I wonder
it.
who he's playing.
Don't know, but
Metallo, maybe?
That was announced just after we went live. Or
Unless he's doing like the voice of Solomon Grundy or something like that, maybe.
Well, who knows?
Or could be a number of people. Yeah.
You don't cast Matthew Lillard for Solomon Grundy.
No, that's what I was thinking. More like Metallo.
Yeah.
Are you guys excited about Superman coming out?
Not even a little bit.
Most people aren't.
I mean, look,
Grogu.
it's not that because of Superman or even it's hard for me to get excited about anything these days. Like as far as movies go, it's kind of like if it's good, great, but I just have no faith in these people making these movies anymore. So
yeah, we got too burned, all of us, and that's in addition to when you kind of like do this as a profession of sorts. Then certainly in my case, I'm no longer able to enjoy it purely as a fan. And I think that's the price that we all pay for doing what we love. The moment we do that, it's no longer the passion that it once was. And of course, then they ruin it. But yeah, carry on, Tom.
I was just gonna say, I think we got to give them credit for the last year or so for actually bringing out films that people want to see.
Oh yeah.
Sure.
I mean, even Michael was a huge surprise to me. I didn't expect it to be as entertaining as it was.
So. Oh no, I'm fine with being like happily surprised, but there've been a few good movies over the past 2 years. I'm not saying there's not. I'm just saying that there's more shit than gold, unfortunately.
It's few and far between, for sure.
We're getting better, I think, is what I'm trying to get at. It's like it's getting better all the time.
I mean, there are some things I am looking forward to, though. I mean, I'm looking forward to the Street Fighter movie. I'm looking forward to Brand New Day.
Andre said Mortal Kombat 2 kicks ass, so
I'm looking forward to that. So I mean, there's some movies that I'm going in with like some expectations, but most movies I have no expectations.
Yeah, no, I feel you.
Go ahead, Andre.
No, I was just like, yeah, I agree. Like, I know, like, I've noticed I've become incredibly jaded. There are things before that were like, yes, this is coming. I'm freaking counting days. Yeah. Now some of that stuff is coming, and like, I don't care.
Yeah. It's like there's a lot of apathy going on for sure, I feel like. And that's the thing with me and these like I'm excited about Mortal Kombat 2, and I'm also excited about the Street Fighter movie. I think they have like good trailers. But at the same time, I'm kind of like a little bit hesitant with regards to these video game movies, because I think that that's what like Hollywood is going towards next, is like, let's make every single video game into a movie. And I'm not really sure how that's going to pan out in the long run.
I do.
Please
it's
tell
going to be a
us,
huge mistake like it was in the 90s.
Because
Because as we learned in the 90s, there's only like a few properties. And we've talked about this morning, ironically. There's only a few properties of video games that translate well. It's even comic books are a little easier to translate because they're basically, storyboards ready for you to make into a movie or TV show.
Yeah, video
games are a whole nother animal. Yeah.
Yes, they are.
And here you have the problem of the individual studios. That the individual studios, they may have the right to this and that property. And even if the audience maybe are done with that property in live action, it's what they have, so it's what they're going to do. And I'm thinking of Resident Evil now, which dropped the trailer yesterday from this filmmaker. I forget the name of this filmmaker, but they're trying to pretend that this guy is some big deal, something he did like Mother or Barbarian or whatever. Like, I didn't like those movies anyway. So he's rebooting Resident Evil, and they're selling it as something we all should be excited about.
Well, because it looks like an A24 movie, right? Like, honestly, this is to me. This is like Resident Evil in name only. Like I'm looking at the trailer, like this does not look like a Resident Evil film at all.
Exactly. And also, there's been so many Resident Evil films that look like Resident Evil. And if you want to do another one, then you have to do one that really looks like Resident Evil, but that's still different. And this is the third reboot, the third live-action reboot of the franchise. And it's only because the studio have the rights to it when they should be doing something else instead, because it's been done to death.
I was going to ask, do these movies make money? Because I've only ever seen one Resident Evil movie. I saw the very first one.
I know. I've seen like one or
Mila
two as
Jovovich.
well, Verbal. I've never.
Yeah, I had not
answer,
seen any other Resident Evil film.
I can answer that. The ones with Mila Jovovich, they made money. They didn't make a lot of money, but they were relatively
They made
cheap
profit,
to
right?
make, and they were predictable. Like Mila Jovovich, she has or had her audience. It was
She had a cult
predictable
following.
audience. Exactly. Which meant that, okay, you make a movie for 20, 30 million. It's going to make like 40, 50, 60 million. It's going to make enough with physical media sales and stuff like that. It'll make enough to make everyone happy, and we can make another movie another day. What really did that franchise in was two things. One, it was Mila getting older, and it was the end of physical media, because that was a really, really big thing there. And then this most recent reboot that they've tried, well, let's just say that they're rebooting it again. So that obviously didn't work out now, did it? But yeah, no, that was sustainable as a Mila Jovovich franchise because it was made for the right budget, which is cool. That's how you do it.
It's a lot easier to make a movie based on a video game that is story driven, right? Like The Last of Us, it's built to be a Hollywood project, right? I mean, you have a lot of these games where it's very story driven. I hear Elder Ring is going to be a movie.
They are doing it.
So, but these movies, like these kind of games, warrant being a movie. It's a little harder with fighting games, right? Because now you got Street Fighter, you got Mortal Kombat. You know, Mortal Kombat has a little bit more story than Street Fighter, but at the end of the day, it's a fighting game, right? So you're trying to make a 2-hour film out of a fighting game, and you're trying to just straw together, or sew together this story based on these characters that everybody loves. And now you have the task of not only having to write a good story, but translating the characters that the fans love into like real characters. If I were a filmmaker, I wouldn't touch video game properties at all.
Yeah, me either.
Like, I just wouldn't. I wouldn't even go near them.
I would. Can I offer a counterpoint to that?
Yeah, go ahead, please.
Yeah, because not all video game properties were created equal. I agree with you. There are some that I would not touch with a 10-foot pole. And those being the modern ones, like Red Dead Redemption, and those that have like a clearly set of characters, stories, stuff like that. Games that takes you like 10, 15 hours to play through, and there's a story and everything. And hell, if you just watch like a playthrough with the cutscenes and everything, it's going to be like 14 hours or something ridiculous, right? I would never in hell touch or adapt a game like that, for the simple reason, in a movie you have 2 hours. Why the hell would anyone be interested in such an incredibly condensed version when there's like 12 hours worth of cutscenes? Now, if you go back in time to the age of retro games, where you could play through a game in less than an hour, and basically you just put in the game, you could start it right away with a limited story, limited cutscenes. Cutscenes were like 2 minutes worth of screens, basically. Characters not very defined at all, or something like that. Like, for instance, Castlevania. And that's a really epic example, right? Really famous. That is something I totally would do, because there you have a character that is defined enough that people will recognize him, but at the same time, you have a significant amount of freedom in how to bring him to life.
Yeah, but the problem is
stories. But but you also have stories. So there you actually have to add in more detail to fill 2 hours. This is what they did with Sonic.
Yeah, but a game like even Castlevania, it has so many sequels that like there's like a whole lore now to Castlevania. So like Like that's not even a simple game.
Okay, that was a bad example. Okay, I'll give you another one then. I can give you 2 examples.
Well, here's the thing. Before you do that, just understand a lot of these old games have gotten like a resurgence, right? Where they've made sequels and they've made new games, like they've rebooted the franchises. So even unless you're going to do like Pac-Man as a movie, like it's going to be really hard to. Even like a game like Mega Man, right? Mega Man's an old game, but you know how many Mega Man games there are? There's like fucking 15 of them.
Yeah,
so,
true. But okay, fine. How about this then? Like for instance, I'm a Sega Mega Drive man, so I'll just go with that because it's what I know. Vector Man. Do a Vector Man game. It's one. It's exactly one. And you can even do it animated, like do it live action animated hybrid. It would be super cool. You could do Golden Axe because you have a few of those games. The mythology, however, is super duper simple. You can relay that entire mythology in 1 minute, and it's the kind of thing that you would have to expand into live action. Kid Chameleon, one game. There's many options there.
I think that the issue with what you're saying, though, Andre, is that, like, for example, like the ones that you just named were so obscure. I think that what the studios want to do is actually do exactly the opposite of what you just said and do what you said prior, which is
to their own
launch things like Red Dead Redemption. There you go. Hold on, let me blow you up here so people can see.
There's one example of what you can do.
Right.
Yeah, there. It's not great, but
But I think what the studios want to do is they want to bank on an existing franchise and IP, and basically like that's why they're doing, for example, the Zelda movie. They're doing that. Yeah. They're going to be doing like basically the reason they're doing all this is because movies like Minecraft did so well, and that's basically the new generation of gamers, and they want to tap into that market. Same with Sonic. You brought up Sonic. Sonic did really well. That's the new generation of gamers that want those kind of movies. Mario did really well. So now everyone's like, oh, we got to tap into that market just like it was with Marvel.
Oh, yeah.
We got to make all of these new games into cash cows, basically.
But going back to what I said before and kind of jumping off of what Andre said, there's going to be some things that lend themselves, some things that don't. I mean, unfortunately, I agree with you, Nina, that Hollywood is going to pick up on this going, okay, this is the next thing, right? Like they're going to be like, this is the next.
Oh, I guarantee you that there's a Fortnite movie already in production.
Exactly. And the problem with that is they're going to learn the same thing they did in the 90s when they threw out Mortal Kombat, Mario Brothers, Street Fighter, all these video game driven films. Only some of them will adapt. And you only have so much of a built-in audience. And the problem we learned more recently with Mortal Kombat is it's funny because I've met a lot more people now who I swear have changed their opinion on that first movie because Andre and I got so much junk for liking that first movie.
Like, I love that movie.
Oh, I hated that first
and I'm not talking about the 95 movie. I'm talking about the one from 5 years ago.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Because Andre and I got so much shit because we were some of the only people in the sphere that actually liked it, and everybody just came at us because they're like, it's not following the lore and it's not doing. It's like, look. There's right there a grand example of a problem, right? Because that's the other thing is when you have 12, 20 games for a series, like how do you encapsulate that much lore? You can't. So you're left with either doing something like a Minecraft or even that Final Fantasy movie they did 30 years ago or 20 years ago that bombed. Where it was literally just a completely different story and just had the name Final Fantasy on it.
Yes.
Like you're just going to keep running into these issues. Like certain things are going to lend themselves, certain things are not. I agree with.
Remember
Andre.
The Hitman movie, Tom? That Hitman movie.
Exactly.
Really well.
The Oliphant was in.
And then the bigger problem we have here is the snake eating its own tail, like I was saying, because like even though Andre brought up Golden Axe, the problem you have there is Golden Axe is really just a ripoff of Conan. So
that's so crazy, Tom. That's what
you're going to have that problem too.
Over on Rumble, for $2, he says if you're going to adapt the arcade game, Rastan would be an interesting choice. It started as a blatant Conan ripoff, but morphed into its own IP.
So that's what I'm saying is how soon before some of these get turned into films or TV shows before the original IP that they're ripoffs of decide to start coming after them, right? Like that's the issue we have to look at here. So
Well, John Carter never did Star Wars and was screwed for it.
That's a really interesting point, Andre. I actually love that franchise that Disney was gonna do, like the John Carter of Mars. That was such a
Yep.
good franchise. I love that movie. I don't know, I guess I was one of the only ones that really
No,
liked that
I
movie.
liked it
I
too.
really like that movie a lot, man.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that it didn't do better than it did.
Yeah, it came out at such a
Unfortunately,
weird time.
yeah, you know who's 100% to blame for that?
Who?
Andrew Stanton himself.
Why?
He's the one who messed it up. For one
Oh.
thing, he personally is the reason why it was so incredibly expensive, because he stated himself when it was gearing up for release that with this movie, it was so visionary, it was so revolutionary, they were going to change the way that movies were made. You know
Mm.
how they were going to change the way that movies were made?
How?
By basically doing the Pixar way of filmmaking in live action, which is basically that you remake it over and over and
Cookie
over
Monster. Yeah.
until it works. Now you
Yeah.
can do that in live, in animation, where you basically just have an animatic that you keep on tweaking, which is what they were
Mhm.
doing there. But he was
Mhm.
doing that with a real cast. So it was a shoot that just went on and on and on forever until they
Oh.
had to say, okay, we can't do this anymore. And they gave him infinite patience. No one told him no. There were like two executives higher up that had to go because they tried to say no to him.
Mm.
But he appealed higher up, straight to Alan Horn and to Bob Iger. They backed him because he got so much. So they just completely ignored all warnings. And then finally they were like, we can't keep doing this. We just have to like lock it down as it is. And then it was, as it turned out, like I liked it, but a big part of the problem there is many of the fans didn't like it all that much, in part because you had some questionable casting decisions, you had some
Mm.
questionable design decisions. It deviated too much from the imagery that many associated with the John Carter, which would be the imagery of Frank Frazetta, which later on inspired the Dynamite comic books. He went completely away
Oh.
from that. And then he also tried to set up sequels by all these things that weren't in the original books, but was only introduced in the sequels way down the line, which
Wow.
never really went anywhere. And then he personally directed the marketing campaign. One of the people that had to go was the head of marketing, who was also saying that no, we can't market this thing this way. It's not going to work. And he was like, no,
Mhm.
this is how to do it. And they listened. And so the movie had creative problems. It was way too expensive, and it was marketed wrong. And behind it all was Andrew Stanton. Now, of course, after the fact, you had like some books that were written by Team Andrew Stanton, trying to shift the blame on Disney, how he wasn't able to get his vision, how they sabotaged the marketing. No, Disney did absolutely everything he wanted to do. That's why the movie was so incredibly expensive, and why
They
it was
did.
marketed so off, because he got literally everything he asked for, and no one said no to him when they probably should have done so much earlier. So he wasn't the guy. Simple
Wow.
as that. You know who would have been? Robert Rodriguez, because he was actually in the running to do a John Carter movie years before. He would have done
Oh.
it at a fraction of the cost. He was a big fan of the Frazetta artwork, so he would have done it in that style instead of inventing something completely different. So it was simply a matter of he was the wrong filmmaker who spent way too much money. Now, I still like the movie, but it's not the movie it could and should have been.
That's so crazy. I had no idea about any of this. This is why I love Midnight's Edge. Totally got
No
educated
more
now.
Tom knows.
John Carter. I had no freaking clue. But yeah, but that is, I think that's where the next phase of movies is going. Video game movies. That, like, did you guys hear they're making like some random one of those 80s ones they're making with like Sydney Sweeney? It's like a car one. What is that one that they're making,
Outrun?
Tom? What is it?
Is it Outrun?
Yes,
No
I think
idea.
I think you're
Is
right,
it?
Verbal.
Okay. It's the
That
first
I-
time hearing about it.
Actually,
Well,
that is
that's the only driving game I could think of where there's like a blonde and a dude who's like
That's it.
you're in a
I'm pretty
convertible.
sure.
Yeah.
yeah.
Let me
I
look.
think that's actually that is something that has the potential to be something really cool, because the thing
Yeah.
with Outrun is that many people think it's a racing game. It's not. The later sequels became that, but no, it's a lifestyle game. That's what it is. The
Oh.
idea with the Outrun is that you sit there, you sit with this beautiful blonde next to you,
Yeah.
and before you start the game, you choose the music, and you have a couple of really, really badass tracks that they chose there. And then the whole thing then is just the experience, the luxury experience, the joy of driving, admiring the scenery, the music. That's what it's about, really. It's not a race.
And then
game.
crashing comically.
Indeed. And the thing is that that's the entire concept. You can go literally any direction you want in the movie adaptation. I hope that they're going to go with the lifestyle and feel good rather than racing. In my book, the worst thing they possibly can do is to make it a racing movie, but we'll see what they do.
I think they're going to make it
it's probably going to get the Fast and Furious treatment.
That's what I think too.
That
Especially
would be a
because
mistake.
Michael Bay is attached, so this is going to be one of
Yeah,
those
I know.
Interesting.
action, Transformers cars. Boom.
I will say though,
Autobots roll out.
As a guilty pleasure, I do love Gone in 60 Seconds for Nicolas Cage. So
I do too. I
don't know. It could be a fun movie if they do it right.
Yeah,
it could be. And it's also Sydney Sweeney's nice to look at. So
absolutely.
Yes.
That's the whole thing. You have such incredible freedom in how to do it. You can do it literally any way you want. So it depends entirely on the filmmaker and which of the million possible ways of doing it they choose.
And there's really no lore to the game. So I mean, it's kind of like a blank sheet. Like they kind of could just start fresh and do whatever they want.
That's actually I guess when Andre was talking about the retro games, that was the first one that came into my brain.
Exactly what I meant.
Yeah,
that's the example I should have used. But yeah, that's exactly what I meant. Here you have something which is relatively iconic, certainly for a certain crowd. You have some visuals there. This is really all you need. Now you can do the best movie you possibly can around that.
And also, let's be real here. Like there are look. Let's just be honest. There's not like there's this group of diehard fucking Outrun fans. Okay,
no,
no,
because you're gonna have these people coming out of the fucking woodwork talking about, oh, I can't believe what they did to Outrun. Dude, get out of here. Like, who the hell is an Outrun fan?
Oh my god, that's funny. What did you do to Outrun?
I know, right?
There's black
my
people
childhood
in
is
here
destroyed.
Now.
Well, I guarantee you there is going to be some people.
How do you know I'm not
right
gonna?
away? I can tell you right away what they're going to react to. One is the car. Unless it's a Ferrari, people are going to be pissed because it has to be a Ferrari, because that's what it was in the original Outrun. And then they lost the license to use the likeness of Ferrari. So for later re-releases, like for instance, if you download it now from Steam or Nintendo Switch or something like that, you're not getting the original game. No. You're getting the sanitized copyright-free version with just generic car or something.
You're starting
like
to sound like my kid. Stop it.
Okay, yeah, fine.
Look,
but anyway,
man,
there you go. Yeah, so basically it's going to be me and Tom's kid are the example of the people that's going to come out of the woodwork for Outrun.
Look, all you need is a red sports car that's a convertible, man. That's really all you need.
And Sydney Sweeney, and
Sydney Sweeney. Believe me, if Sydney Sweeney's in it, no one's looking at the car.
Yeah,
Sydney Sweeney being in it, that's a huge plus, and it's theirs to lose. Like this thing, I mean, on paper, this has all the potential to be a massive, massive hit, I think.
all the check marks.
Unless it's theirs to lose. Unless they muck it up.
You would have to really try to fail at that one. I feel like. Real quick, we got a couple rumble rants from Russell Hall, who said Resident Evil films made money because Mila Jovovich. How do you say her name?
Jovovich. Jovovich.
showed her lady parts in the first one, and simps were willing to sit through countless hours of hot garbage hoping for another glimpse.
Oh wait, I'm sorry, Russell. Are you surprised that titties sell?
No, it was
Like, are you
her
surprised by
lady
this?
parts down there.
No. She did full frontal in the first movie.
Yeah, she went full.
Yeah,
commando.
which isn't the only time. And like as a model, like there's plenty like full nude pictures of her and stuff. She did that all the time. Like she wasn't shy.
Yeah, she was definitely not shy. Like Sydney Sweeney, she's like very.
Oh, trust
very
me,
open.
she's not shy, man. I'm watching this new season of Euphoria.
Yeah,
she's not. She's
that's
not
what I'm
shy
saying.
at all.
She's not shy. She like had a very very sexy scenes.
Can I say something?
Go ahead.
Go for it.
I love Gigi's.
Most people do, man.
Oh my god, I love how
the
Pauly
restaurant or
chimes
the
in for
tits.
that.
Look, let's call it what it is. Even gay guys love titties. It's not a hard sell here. It's not a hard sell.
Russell Hall also says, by the way, while you have Tom on, I sent you a clip that I'm sure we'd all very much like him to explain. Okay, I don't know what you're talking about, Russell. So I'll have to.
What are you doing?
We don't get taken down here now.
Yeah, Russell, we have problems with YouTube, so I don't know. I don't trust you at all when it comes to clips.
Nope.
Russell also says,
send it to Tom behind the scenes. Let him watch it there.
Don't do it.
Yeah, send it. Tag him on Twitter. Is there a statute of limitations to sue for intellectual infringement? It seems like if you allow a ripoff of a franchise to exist for 30 plus years, you've basically acknowledged its validity. He's asking.
There's not an unspoken law, I mean, or time limit. I think, look, man, you can sue for anything at any given time. I mean, that's just the way it is. Will you win? That's a different story. I don't know if there's a statute of limitations on intellectual properties. I think if you own something and someone uses it, I think you at any time you could sue if you're made aware of it. But see, that's the thing. How do you prove that you were made aware of it and you consented to it? Right? It's a weird, convoluted thing.
That's really interesting, and also it's a really great segue into our next topic, which is one of the biggest lawsuits of the last couple of years was settled yesterday. Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni settled their lawsuit. No money changed hands except for the lawyers, because they're always the only winners in any lawsuit. Do you guys have any? Do you guys have any thoughts on this? Andre, do you have any thoughts about the Lively versus Baldoni case and the settlement?
You know, I haven't really been able to follow it in the detail that you have. What I will say is that just like looking at it from the sidelines, I first thought that Lively was exposed as another Amber Heard. But then later I found out that she had actually been Baldoni had actually been using these black PR agencies whose sole mission is to destroy movies, destroy companies, destroy individuals. So at this point, I don't really know. For now, it could, with that in mind, it could perfectly well be that she really did nothing wrong. And he is Nicepool. He's a nice guy, meaning he's a complete and total psycho. I really
he's a no feminist, so
exactly that's what I mean. So just to play it safe,
I don't believe that.
I don't know. I
think what happened there, Andre, actually, is that the psychopath was Ryan Reynolds, who proceeded to make a movie and put Justin Baldoni, who was an innocent man, in his movie as a character so that he can kill him all over and over again, which is a complete, like, an utter thing to do. That's a psychopathic thing to do. That it's actual craziness what both Blake and Ryan did to this man. I read so much about it. And what you're talking about, Andre, by the way, about the PR thing that he hired, which was basically one of the last remaining things that was left to go to court, which she finally settled for, because the last one was about retaliation which was the PR stuff. And all of the stuff that had happened would have come to light in court, but then she dropped the case. She settled. But the reason that he hired those people is because of her lawsuit against him and what happened in the New York Times and how this whole thing started and how she basically, laid these accusations out and tried to pretend that everything that was happening to her and the hate that she was getting online was because of the retaliation versus what she actually did herself, which was to promote her movie about domestic violence through selling her alcohol and her hair products and wear your florals and all these things that had a major online backlash. And people just didn't like her for it. And she decided to blame that on Justin Baldoni. But all he did was
it's a true Amber Heard then, basically.
I'm going to side with Nina on this one. From everything I saw, it felt like she was taking a page right out of the Ryan Reynolds handbook. Because this is exactly what happened to, forget the comedian's name, but the guy who was in the first two Deadpools, but wasn't in the third one, the bartender.
Exactly. Yeah.
And his story lined right up with what Justin Baldoni was complaining about dealing with Amber, or I almost called her Amber Heard.
Yeah, it's true.
With Blake Lively. and look, I like Ryan Reynolds as an actor. But the guy's been around forever, right? Like, I'm sure he's a very powerful dude. Tim Miller, thank you. And not just because of movies. I mean, the dude's got, like, fuck you money.
Yeah.
And this whole thing just felt very snake in the grass of sorts. Because, like, I would totally be on the side of, this guy's nothing but a male feminist. He's making all this shit up. Mm-hmm. If it didn't seem like everything she said was a bold-faced lie or she got caught lying about. Especially when she's trying to bring in Taylor fucking Swift into this mess. Of all people, it's like, dude, you're throwing your friendships around here. Mm-hmm. That's some major Hollywood power play bullshit.
Yeah, the dragons. And I have to say that I think Blake Lively is incredibly narcissistic, and so is Ryan Reynolds, which is why I think that they just did not foresee what was going to happen. I just think that something about narcissists is that they have no risk assessment. And they just live in their own little bubble. She had absolutely no idea, no foresight to see what was going to happen if she brought this lawsuit because she thought everything was in her corner. And but no, the truth was on Justin Baldoni's corner because he and his lawyers released so many texts, so many things. They've released the scene from the movie that she was talking about. All of these things came out, like, for example, about the fact that she was alleging that he walked in on her while she was breastfeeding. And then they dropped the text that basically she asked him to come over while she was breastfeeding. So it's not like he just showed up and she was like, all of these things were shown to the public, which I think it was unprecedented. I don't think anyone ever seen that much information come out about a lawsuit, which is why I say he had the truth on his side. And in the end, she chose to settle. What I find really interesting, though, is that a couple weeks before they settled, right after the judge dropped all of the cases, all of the things, all but three, all the charges that were dropped. She came out on Instagram and she put out a statement, and the statement was incredibly tone deaf. This was the statement here. And she was basically, like I said, she's such a narcissist that she could just not understand what was happening. And she was at that time planning on going ahead with the lawsuit. But I think she at that point, she got it talking to by her own lawyers who told her basically, like, this is a lost cause. Like, you are going to lose so much money and you've already lost so much in the eyes of the public. You really should settle. I think they finally told her that you should settle this, and she finally did it. But this is what she said. I'm grateful for the court's ruling, which allows the heart of my case to be presented to the jury next month, and for their ability to finally tell my story in full at trial for my own sake, but also for those who don't have the same opportunity to, many whom I have known and loved deeply in my life, and the countless I'll never know. The last thing I wanted in my life was a lawsuit, except for that she filed it and leaked all of the stuff. But I brought this case because of the pervasive retaliation I faced, which was the thing that is going to go to court, and continue for privately and professionally asking for a safe working environment for myself and for others. And she goes on and on. I'm not even going to read this whole thing. She's absolutely insane. Like this is a narcissist that just cannot accept reality for what it was. She was planning on going forward until her lawyers probably told her, you need to stop. Like they gave her the Erica Kirk, like, stop. You got to not do that. So she dropped it. And then the same day she went to the Met Gala, which I think is hilarious.
I love that. I love the last line. The whole fucking thing completely bores me. That last line, Nina. That's just like.
She did though, and it was so funny.
Let's be honest here too, as well. These are like what at best B-level talent in compared to other real actors and great movies out there. This Blake Lively and I like Ryan, but I hear he's a handful on set. And
that's a nice way of saying asshole.
Yeah, which some directors can handle and some can't. Some other assholes can handle. Means it's just egos. The egos in in Hollywood. It's just unreal, man. Well, we're gonna do this Met stuff. The Met stuff. I mean, the Met.
We're
stuff
gonna do it.
unreal.
Yeah, this is. I want to show you this. This is because there's other Met news too. Rachel Zegler was at that was a good one too at the Met. Look at this article coming out from the Telegraph. The dirty laundry that dethroned Hollywood's golden couple. Even the Telegraph, even the mainstream media is not giving these guys a break now. Absolutely ruined her career. I hope ruined Ryan's career too. I am no longer a fan of Ryan Reynolds. I will never watch another Ryan Reynolds movie. I can tell you that, because I followed this case very, very closely. Look at this. This video started going around of her at the Met Gala being incredibly, being a bitch, basically. Nobody likes her anymore. This is just awkward. Here is this video here. I like how somebody's put quotes from her within the movie. This person or within this clip. It says, well, no one was exactly sprinting to help Blake Lively wrangle that ridiculous 13-foot train. Probably figured it wasn't worth the lawsuit risk for her.
Yeah, nice one.
And here is
you'll be getting a subpoena soon. I have these excellent new attorneys, and they found possible evidence tampering in my case. And I'm gonna have to sue you into oblivion for using my name and likeness without my express written consent. You'll be getting a subpoena soon. I have these excellent new attorneys, and they found possible evidence tampering in my case. I'm gonna have to sue you into oblivion for using my name and likeness without my express written consent.
Help me!
The internet is crazy with the amount of stuff they're making about her. This is all her though. Here's another one here with her struggling and people calling her a mean girl because she was not impressed with the help she was getting with her train. And she acted like a bitch, as Blake Lively would. No, not like that, like this. This is how you do it. God. Freaking peasants.
I'm trying to understand this.
What are you trying to
She kicks it out. Nina, didn't she had this put on in another room, and then weren't homies helping her, and then she has a problem with them helping her once she's walking up?
Well, what happens is she shows up, right? She shows up, she starts walking. The train is massive. So then
too massive.
Basically, then they leave her alone because at some point, she needs to walk around herself so that they can start taking photos without these guys being behind her, right? But then there's a steep climb up the stairs and the train is long and crazy. So then she's like, oh, Like, you need to grab the train while I'm going up the stairs. And it's like, and then it becomes like this whole thing about like, okay, do we help her? Do we not? And people legit, I think people were like, why should we help her? What if she falls down? And then she's like, I think people are scared to actually help her because they're like, we don't want a lawsuit.
Those her team and her entourage, or like random people at the event?
I think they're the event coordinators, like they're the people at the events that are
right, which is a big difference than like the fashion team that like the designer of the dress and her and the assistants. That's who you want to be fluffing your shit up as you're walking up. Not the security, but the security's like
weren't there.
Hurry up and go. But
Blake Lively caught snapping at Met Gala red carpet helpers just hours after settling Baldoni lawsuit.
And it's funny because Polly, you mentioned something. It's like you said something along the lines of like, why is she snapping at the people who's helping them? And you know what? That actually is something that supports that she has the Amber Heard condition, that she's borderline narcissist.
I was just
something
thinking
like that. Because this is something that cluster B, like I really hate the terms narcissist, borderline. You know what they all are? They're all psychos. They're all psychos along the cluster B train, right? And as it is right now, the DSM-5 is completely, utterly messed up. Because it's various degrees of psychopath. That's what it is. That's what it is.
You're onto something.
A borderline is a psychopath. It's a psychopath who has that trait more, or a psychopath who has more of that trait. They're all psychopaths, every last one of them. And here's the thing.
So
the thing with the cluster Bs, when you try to help them, they respond with aggression. Because now they're helpless. And these people, they thrive on control. They must be in control at any situation. And the moment that they are not in control, when someone has to help them, they respond with anger at the person who is helping them. Because that person then reminds them, I need help now. I'm not perfect.
Yeah. You nailed it. That's exactly, and that's basically what the entire lawsuit was, Andre. When you start reading the lawsuit and you start like reading that website and all of the things that have come out about it, you really understand that what you just described is exactly what Blake Lively is, and Ryan Reynolds. Ryan Reynolds, I really don't think should be let off the hook. He 100%
my guess would be, and Polly, like I didn't mean to cut you off there, like I was just like in the flow, but here's like the thing: the people, like most cluster Bs, right? The men tend to be narcissists, and the women tend to be borderline, and there's two kinds of men that tends to end up with a borderline woman. One of them is a codependent, like Johnny Depp. The other is a full-blown narcissist, which is, for all we know, maybe what Ryan Reynolds is.
I think that's exactly what's going on, Andre.
I mean,
perfectly honest with you.
So many different levels of ego and celebrity here that we're talking about. From the Johnny Depp to the Ryan Reynolds to Robert Downey Jr., who I see in the same boat, that they, their precious egos get hurt or flared up when they're challenged, or when something different has entered their world. With this, I'm seeing them in Fletcher Williams, my co-host on Wednesdays, he put it really nice. And when we put up Rachel Ziegler's image and her being Jane Eyre, right? This is the execution of Jane Eyre. That's where she had the veil on.
Oh my God!
Is the fact that she takes on this persona that she is being persecuted. She really believes that, right? That me and all the fandom have been persecuting her, and she's been, and she's victorious. It is absolutely insane, man.
She's the victim.
So I think this is a whole new. There's a whole new alley for that now. There's a whole new pocket. Amber Heard, Lively, Ziegler, where it's like, yo, they're actually getting mad press, a lot of attention, maybe some jobs here and there, but not really by playing into this. Because at the end of the day, the real jobs, they don't want to hire, assholes like this.
No,
they really don't. They really, there's only so much you can take.
Dude, Paulie, like, I mean, to your point, I think Blake Lively has really ruined her career. I mean, I know that not that she had much of her career anyway, like, let's be honest, but like, I just don't think anybody's gonna want to work with her. I feel like I think I read somewhere that the Sony executive, like Sony Studios executive, called her a complete psychopath or said something like, I don't quote me on this, but they said something very bad about her. They were like, oh, never want to work with her again. I think that's basically her reputation now in Hollywood. Have you heard anything on the ground about Blake?
Not about Blake per se, but let me tell you this, and I've talked about this so many times. As far as what Hollywood is willing to put up with, they all think alike in regards to political terms. So politically, if you're the more further left, the better off. But if you're a pain in the ass on set, and you don't necessarily deliver the box office success, you're done. It's all about your working rep and how you are with other people on set. That stays with you from the first time you're working. So you saying that absolutely believe that. I absolutely believe that. And that always, except people talk, the crew, the whole thing.
People talk.
Always remember who's real, who keeps it real, or yeah, they're cool, they just keep to themselves, they're into their thing, or these guys are psychos. They're terrible to work with. There's the whole gamut there, and that stays with you more than anything else.
I mean, that was one of the things that was so crazy, Paulie, is that part of the case was the fact that even people who had at one time or another worked with her, like on the set of Gossip Girl, started being like, yeah, I worked with her. I was one of the people that worked on the side, and she was a fucking bitch every time. It was always, she's a fucking bitch. She is a problem. And then all these stuff started coming out about her with her own mouth, being like, I went to this interview for being an actress, for the main lead, but then I'm gonna work my way in and then try and become the producer, which is exactly what she did to Justin Baldoni. Like, it was literally a power grab. She was trying to grab this movie. She was trying to flex. It was crazy. Tom, I know you know a lot more about this case too. Give me your thoughts.
No, I'm kind of in line with what you've been saying as far as, like, to me, I feel like Justin Baldoni has really been treated badly here by Blake Lively, and frankly, it's just I'm not surprised it got settled out of court, because I don't think she wanted to drag it through court, because yeah, it looks bad for her now, but it'd probably look even worse had she gone to court, because yeah, it probably wouldn't have.
Well, now she gets to also play the victim for a while. Like,
well, that's the upside of this too.
Yeah, she can be like, oh, we settled because I'm so like, poor me. I had to settle, but I'm gonna watch out for all the people out there, all the women, to make sure they're safe, because I'm a hero. Oh, I just saw this pop up. Let's see what she actually said. Let's see. This is something at the Met, I guess.
Archival Versace, but they metified it by adding a big, beautiful train.
Yeah, she's not going to talk about the case on the red carpet.
Somebody's added the chirping. Oh my god! Like,
watercolor.
This is the internet.
Each painted a watercolor painting.
Remember, all of this is because she tried to steal a shitty movie from this guy.
Yes,
because I'm shy too, so I just like to got the kids. Have my kids with me. They're like, I probably could have fit them under my dress. To be honest, I should have snuck them under there, and then I would have.
That's really special.
Not special. It's just like my little.
She ruined her rep and her husband's rep over a shitty movie.
Yep. Although Ryan Reynolds ruined his own rep by how he acted.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It's all of this was because of that shitty movie, right? All they have to do is just like let this thing go. Let it go. They could have let it go. Their names would have been fine. Sure, there's people on the inside who know what a piece of shit they are, but at least the whole world didn't know what a piece of shit they were, right? So again, all they had to do was just let it go. And it was a shitty movie no one saw.
And I just wanted to add to
on this panel see it. Polly, did you see it? Did you actually see it?
I haven't seen
it. No, I think we tried to. It was pretty bad. And Romy loves those murder thriller books that turn into movies. Right? Because this one was about like the same author who's written different things, I believe.
There's like 2 books or 3 books or something like that. Yeah, it was over the fight for the next movie, basically. Yeah, the Rise. But you were gonna say something else? What were you gonna say?
I was just gonna say that in regards to the actor's ego, it's always there, even the good ones. Yeah. So even the good ones, there's a lot of hand holding on set. A lot of, are you okay? You're doing great. You need water. You need there's always that constant affirmation on set because they want to shoot. They want to get some good stuff out of that lead actor. So that's always going to be there. And to a certain degree, it helps in regards to performances because, the actor with their ego has to be, emotionally connected. That's if they're really doing a great job and to make the performance believable. They'll go into that different reality. But here, so this is their brand new reality, man.
That's crazy. What's up, Script Doctor? Welcome.
Hey, how's it going?
Script,
hey, greetings.
What's up, man?
Hey, we were just talking about the lawsuit that was settled between Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively. Do you have any thoughts on that?
No, I'm glad it's over. And I don't care about any of the people involved in the lawsuit. I'm going to feel sorry for a couple of advertising agencies because they have partners with Ryan Reynolds and they were doing really successful work with him. And I think those partnerships are going to evaporate over the next year and a half or so.
I don't feel bad for him. This also was the thing that Paulie brought up. I had a viral tweet about this because I mentioned that I thought the reason that she's doing this thing with her face is because she's a narcissist and because no one ever told her that that's not a good look. Like you shouldn't do that with your mouth. I mean, a lot of people thought that she was doing drugs. Like this is. Did you guys?
I mean, look what she's wearing.
Yeah, isn't she? Isn't like she's? I mean, I don't know what she's trying to be there, but isn't she trying to be like Justicia, with the eyes covered? All she needs to carry is the weight and stuff like that, and the scales.
Yeah, that was supposed to be her outfit, but it looks like a chick
just forgot the accessories.
In a white dress, dude. That's it. With
she's missing a gag.
with the stocking going around her eyes.
Doesn't she need the weight scales?
Yeah, she needs a Libra scale for the scales of justice.
This is a very lazy outfit for the Met Gala.
Yeah.
I mean, did you see Heidi Klum's? We're gonna look at that. That was
Heidi Klum's been dressing up in some amazing stuff over the last year and a half.
Yeah.
She went as Medusa one year to something.
Yeah, that was for Halloween. It was freaking nuts.
Yeah,
well,
she's really just making Gala regret leaving her. So
if you're gonna do the Met Gala, you can't be basic, dude. You gotta if you're going to do it, you got to show out. So
here's what she said on her Instagram, Rachel.
She was going for this.
I really did feel so beautiful last night. These high visibility moments are so much more nerve-wracking than I let on. Thank you, Prabal, for the dress of my dreams, and to Anna, Team Vogue, for blah, 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 blah. Okay, blah, blah. My confidence there. Okay, just
weird.
Nothing real. See, there's a photo of her without that.
The pseudo blindfold.
She looks great. Without the blindfold, looks great.
Yeah, well, without the blindfold, she looks like she's going to the Oscars or the Golden Globes or something.
But I think that's a performance in front of the cameras, man, with the stupid jaw shit.
No, dude, the thing is that she did the same thing in Snow White. And one of the reasons I think she does it, I think it's become a bad habit. And I'll tell you exactly why. Because I think it's because of the singing. because I started taking singing classes, and she's a beautiful singer. But one of the things, like my singing teacher was taught me was if you want to get a certain vocal range, you do certain things with your mouth. And I'm not even joking. Like you have to do certain things, like actually stick your jaw out, or like do certain things with your mouth that will bring out the sound that you want it to bring out. That's why when singers sing, they kind of look really strange, and they have especially live singers, you see them do like very weird things with their mouth. If you pay attention, they're very expressive, right? And I think it's a bad habit that she picked up, but also the bad habit of making herself like, it's like one of those things that you do in front of the mirror to say like, this is like my Zoolander, like my blue steel, I think this is that. I think this is her blue steel.
Are we also overlooking the fact that she might do cocaine? Like maybe that's why she's having this jaw problem.
Nah, I don't think that. I sent you.
I don't know.
Nina,
I don't think she
check
does
your
cocaine.
DM.
That looks like cocaine jaw to me.
I know a lot of people say that. That was trending yesterday.
I'm curious.
Yeah,
did
cocaine
anyone
jaw.
else?
What was that?
No,
Andre?
carry on. Carry on.
No, Andre, what'd you say?
No, her Rachel Ziegler's jaw which was trending today.
Yeah, I think that's a little bit unfair. But were anyone else doing something similar, or was it just her?
It's just her.
Okay,
she's the only one that does this jaw thing.
Yeah, because to me it looks. No. Carry on.
No. There was Sarah Paulson with the dollar bill. Everyone's making their statement.
Yeah,
they're different little statements,
Yeah,
and,
because to me, all I see there, honestly, is that she knows. Oh, the cameras are flashing, and she's doing a ton of different poses, and she knows that the only thing that's going to be in the different images are like the final version of each pose. Now, where she looks weird, which isn't going to be in the magazines because it's just the final stills, but we see her shifting from pose to pose to pose to pose to pose to pose really quickly. Is that not all we're seeing here? Are we reading way too much into this?
We're probably reading
someone
way
that
more
just
into
wants
it.
to be in a million different poses.
We're probably reading way more into it, but you know what though?
That's what I'm thinking.
It's just fun to poke fun at her.
Yeah,
I think it's a combination, because she did the same face in Snow White. Like that was one of the things that she got like trolled about, is that weird
when
face
she had
did.
some sword to her throat thing.
Yeah, when she went like she does that thing with her jaw. She does that all the time.
I just don't understand why she didn't come at least with like a small scale to make it look like Lady Justice, to try to just add to the costume. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree.
That's what I don't get. But speaking of Sarah Paulson, who was also at this event with a dollar.
Well, I just want to say, with all that talk about cocaine, when you brought up scale, I thought you meant something completely different.
Well, I mean, you can still rate cocaine on a Libra scale.
But speaking of Sarah Paulson, with that whole the 1% protest thing, I always love when rich celebrities talk about fighting the 1%.
Well, that's there in that statement. That's there in that statement.
What's that ass clown's name? Mark Ruffalo, right? Always talking about fighting the 1%.
This is it. This was the statement. This is the thing you sent me. At the
Check
Met
out what she
Gala
says.
costume, paying homage to Paul Delaroche's The Execution of Lady Jane Grey, because she was the queen for just 9 days before she paid the price, and so are the rest of us. Oh God!
Oh dear fucking God!
Wait, so she's not Lady Justice at all? She's like some.
That's it.
This is it. She was Lady Jane Grey, The Execution of Lady Jane Grey. That's what she is.
Yeah,
she was like, I'm gonna pick the most obscure thing I could find.
I don't even know what that is.
But we're all paying the price, Dante.
Yes,
we're all paying the price.
We're all we're paying the price, and we're in her mind we're paying the price of fascism. So are the rest of us. Get the fuck out of here, man.
Also, as far as fighting the 1%, all of these people were at a dinner that cost 10 grand. So
no, 100 grand.
Yeah,
is
that's
it
what
100
I thought, right?
grand? I was
100 grand.
Yeah, I thought it was 100 grand. So
for
100 grand a plate, but but the celebrities want us to fight the 1%, right?
Well, most of the celebrities are not getting
bring up that
tickets out of their
scene,
pocket, though. That's the thing. Most of them get those tickets comped to them by like either a studio or another project that they're associated with. It's not out of their
Yeah.
own
Well,
pocket.
someone got paid because
Someone
they
has to
raised
pay
40
it, right?
They raised
someone has to
42
pay it.
million bucks. Right. They raised 42 million, but that's even worse, Script.
I
That they're
know.
not that it's not coming out of their own fucking pockets.
Oh,
Right.
no,
So they
I know
can
a few
pocket their
celebrities that
own
have gone
money,
there
their
and
own
they-
millions, and use somebody else's millions, right? Like,
Well, yeah, it is somebody else's millions. I
We-
mean, I
we
know
don't hate
celebrities
these
that go
people
there and they
enough.
did not spend a dime on their outfit or their ticket. It was all comped for them by some
Yeah.
other party.
Yeah, by some 1%er.
Yeah, like a real 1%er.
Yes,
we,
exactly.
we don't hate these people enough. I'm telling you.
This is that painting that she's supposed to be. This is her.
Oh yeah, the London Tower execution. Okay, I remember.
Oh,
the history
okay.
from that. What was that?
That
15?
Yeah,
explains
well,
it.
everyone because Snow White was so fucking mad brilliant that how dare we had send her to the gallows.
Wait, who was that chick with the dollar on her face? Because she
Yeah,
was
that was Sarah Paulson. That's the one we're talking
Sarah
about.
Paulson. Yeah, I forgot her name. Paulson.
Yeah,
Okay.
I look, and I think she's a good actress. I love American Horror Story. You know, well, I used to. It sucks now, but yeah, nothing irks me more than when celebrities pull that. You know, we need to fight the 1%, right? When they all live behind fucking iron gates.
Yeah, with the like, they're literally the 1%. Is
I mean,
crazy.
in the field of entertainment, yeah, they're in the 1% because 99% don't work as frequently as they do.
Yeah. The ones that Met Gala. Yeah. Those are not, you know, like those aren't like working actors. You know what I mean? Those aren't the people that are below the line.
Mhm.
Right? Like these are like, you know, cream of the crop for the most part.
Oh yeah.
Or they
That
got
was her
something going on.
photo. This is I just happened to run into this, by the way, as I'm looking up for the other videos of those people. Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively look adorable. New selfie. This is called a cope selfie. You're gonna see this a lot for the next little while in the news. Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively looking just amazing together because there was so many rumors that they're going to be getting divorced, that they're going through a lot of stuff right now with regards to the lawsuit. So you're going to be seeing a lot of the.
Look how earnestly happy they are.
Don't they look ecstatic? Don't they just look so happy?
That's not fake at all.
No, not even a little bit.
They look like parents after they walked in on their kids doing something they shouldn't have done and be like, we're just going to go away. Oh, taking a photo? Quick, smile.
Yeah.
This is called a cope selfie. This is we're fine selfie.
This is cringe selfie. Like that's what that
Actually,
is.
it looked more like Ryan didn't want to take the picture than anything.
No way. I have a feeling that they will actually get divorced within the next little while. Not even gonna lie.
What is it with actors choosing these problematic women, man? Like Will Smith, Ryan Reynolds, like guys, they're not good for your career at all.
This is a monster I think Ryan created all on his own, though.
I agree.
To be honest with you.
I
mean, I agree with you on the
agree.
Will Smith aspect, and like, yeah, it's all a lot of that is on Jada, but in this instance, yeah, I think.
Oh no, Ryan's had a reputation. Him with Alanis Morissette, with Scarlett Johansson, but then again, Scarlett Johansson has some reputation of her own.
Right, I was about to say.
Yeah,
I say it seems to me like he created this almost on his own.
This is that crazy bitch with the dollar.
Sarah Paulson, yeah.
Yeah, here's the thing too. When I saw this outfit before she did this dollar bill thing, and I was like, "Oh, that's a really nice dress."
Well, no, that dollar bill.
Oh yeah, that is true. That's funny. Also, I doubt she would put a dirty dollar bill on her fucking face.
Also, how does she see? Like, is it see-through? Like,
there's little holes poked
There's
in it.
probably
You don't see
little
them?
holes.
Yeah, it's just like
in
the old
eyes.
Sentai helmets from the 1970s. They just
Yeah, there it is. I can see the holes.
Is she still married to that like 80-year-old woman or something?
Oh, I don't even know.
I
man,
have
but
no
That is a
idea.
weird relationship, dude.
Yeah, no, because like she's married to a woman, or at least I don't know if she still is, but she was married to a woman who was significantly older than herself, like 20, 30 years older.
Yeah, it was pretty weird.
I had no idea about that.
Oh yeah,
Is that weird that I didn't know that Andre knew that, but I didn't know?
It's like Aaron Taylor Johnson, man, and his wife or girlfriend or whoever she is. She's like 30 years older than him.
Really? Wow, I
yeah.
did not know that.
I did not
know that.
Yeah, his woman is way older. I don't know if it's his wife or girlfriend or whatever, but
he was very young when they met.
Yeah, she was like his nanny, right?
No, wasn't she the director of a movie?
Oh, I don't know. I've just seen pictures of her, and she's like Methuselah's age, man. Like she's pretty old.
Wow.
The crazy thing is that Mr. Canadian over on Rumble, thank you for the Rumble rant, says, how was Lady Gaga's the most tame outfit of the night? Like, I mean, there was more tame ones, I feel like, but man, like, here's Lady Gaga's. I feel like Lady Gaga needs to like lean away a little bit from like the demonic look.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
But also, she's paid her dues as far as going with like crazy looks. Like I think she can do normal now, you know.
Yeah, like she needs to.
She
calm
did
down
like
with...
this. She did like this naked thing with what's the chick, like this Baphomet chick, like Abramovich, something like that. And like she kind of mellowed down after that. Yeah,
this isn't a bad outfit, actually.
Thing.
I mean, it's like I would lean away if I was her from like horn looking things. Like she's just got this rep in Hollywood right now for like being like a demonic.
She looks like the girl gremlin from Gremlins 2.
She kind of does.
Well, it's almost like her concerts lately. Like she's been like trying to mimic like Sam Smith or something. You know what I mean? Because her concerts used to not be that weird or I mean they were weird, but not that demonic, I should say. But now it's like she's kind of going the Sam Smith route where, you know, they're all basically fucking on stage and wearing like devil tails and horns and shit. And yeah.
Did you see Sam Smith's outfit?
Of course.
Sam Smith could have like literally just been.
He was the queen of the ball.
Dude, he was copying Madonna, I feel like. It was like, what are you wearing? Like, especially Madonna, because I was like, what are you wearing? She's going through like her witch phase right now. Let's see.
I think she always was in it. Like, isn't she like some Kabbalah or something? I'd like it's like some Jewish mysticism or something like that.
Yeah, she's into some witchcraft for sure.
Oh yeah, something like that. Isn't she? I don't know what she is into actually. Oh yeah, she's into Kabbalah or whatever.
That's
right?
what I just said. I don't know exactly what that is. So apologies to anyone following Kabbalah who is offended, but it has a reputation for like being
all you cats out there who are into witchcraft. He apologized.
Well, for those that disagree with I mean, some of those people like who identify as various witches and stuff are awfully sensitive about that.
Russell Hall over on Rumble says Pete Gaga was the meat curtain outfit. Yeah, that was fucking weird.
A weird outfit.
Yeah,
they're just copying Carol Burnett.
He also says the dollar woman looks like a creature from Pan's Labyrinth. That's true.
Actually, yeah, good call.
Yeah.
Also, he says, "I'm sorry, but aside from looking like a human chipmunk with fabulous tits, Sydney Sweeney is becoming a less soy version of Pedro Pascal." You hush.
How dare you?
What? but with less acting talent.
Damn, Paulie coming in.
Fucking guy. Fucking Pedro.
Yeah, she has a pair of talents that don't require acting. So, you know.
Exactly.
What is going on?
You keep Sydney Sweeney's out of this.
Paulie, what is that?
That is
oh my god, it's a Pedro Pascal. Oh my god.
Wow.
You sim.
Wow.
Oh my god, that's embarrassing.
Hey, members sent me this stuff. So
oh, okay. Well, that's kind of sweet. That's kind of sweet.
Hey,
I have to say I'm fed up with Pedro as well. Like leave the guy alone.
You know what though? It still doesn't beat Alan Ing's Reva action figure.
I haven't seen it.
I got Chris Gore video of him licking a stick. Glow stick.
What? Well, pull it up.
I have video of Chris Gore licking a glow stick.
Oh my
I got
god!
y'all
pull
beat.
it up.
Not only do I have a figure of myself, I got Michael and Freddy.
Oh,
Not
hold on.
Myers or Kruger.
Oh
Although I
my
do have
god,
Freddy
that's
and Michael.
awesome.
The other
Actually,
ones too.
that's
See,
actually
that's where
really
you need
cool.
to get a Michael Jackson figure where he's dressed up like Michael Myers, and then Freddy Krueger.
That would have been interesting to see that in Thriller video, Hetty. Come on.
My Lego beats yours. My Lego Pedro beats yours.
Yeah, because that's an original. But like, I got my original Bat Tom. So
Here's The Rock, who wore a
Oh
skirt.
yeah.
more like Fruity Pebbles.
You know what I shared with
That,
scene is that first they sent this the
Hey
illustration.
Rock, nice skirt you got there.
What's that symbol that he has on him? I don't know. Let someone tell me
What is
what.
that?
Probably a fuck ice thing or something.
Well, either that or some
Really
witchcraft.
fast, I looked up that Aaron Taylor Johnson. He was 18 and she was 41. And they
Damn.
met on the set of Nowhere Boy, the movie Nowhere Boy. She directed him.
And he's still with her to this day.
They're still with him and still with each other, and they have 4 kids all together, two together, and then they raise all the kids.
Dude, that's insane.
Wow. Hold
Are
on, let me pull up-
those his kids? Because if she was 41, she would
I know,
have enough
right? I
time
mean,
to
those
get
eggs
more
weren't fresh.
kids.
2 of them.
2 out of the 4.
I mean-
So 2 from a previous marriage or relationship, and then 2
2
that
from
are.
Gaming with
Love is
Smooth
love.
is becoming a member. Or no, wait, he just rated the stream. Thanks, Smooth. DJ Smooth just rated the stream. Thank you.
Smooth.
I was just trying to see. I'll show you guys the Madonna outfit too. Met Gala.
I'm halfway
the
convinced
ship.
that Madonna is a fucking succubus, man.
Shit,
Like
the
I
ship,
think I'm not even kidding.
At this point, she's just a lump of plastic, I think.
There's a reason why
She's-
she only dates younger men, dude. She sucks their souls.
Oh my god, you're right, Dante. She's like literally sucking their life force.
I'm telling you. Like she is
What's
been
that?
doing
You better
that
watch
since the
out,
80s.
Dante, because you're just her style
It's
too.
like the
shit. I'm
Pirates
too
of the
old for her,
Caribbean
man.
character that's got the ship on the head, you know?
True, you are now, huh?
Yeah, Dante's too old for her now.
I'm way
It's
too
true.
old, yeah.
You got a point.
She's got a ship on her head.
That ship sailed years ago, honey.
Darren, thank you for the 5 memberships. Appreciate
I
you,
just thought of
Darren.
a movie that she would be perfect in.
What movie?
Elsa Bathory biopic.
You know what?
Who?
I'm going to say this. I think that if Madonna just stuck to doing things like this, like these kind of events and being Madonna, I think everybody would be fine with her, right? It's like we get it, you know. She loves to reinvent herself, blah blah blah. But the problem is that she feels like she could still like do the tours, the concerts. She could do these sexy things on stage like she did when she was 20. And it looks pathetic for a woman who's like 70 years old to be doing this. If she just did these kind of things, I'd be like, okay, she's just having a good time. But she's kind of going into that pathetic area now.
Mm-hmm. It's the sad stuff. Like when a couple years ago, she like got hospitalized because she had like way too much like surgery, in her face, like the plastic surgery.
Didn't
So
she break her
like-
hip in one of her concerts or something?
Seriously?
Like that? No, well,
Yeah,
she fell, and I think she broke her hip or something.
I don't remember
got a
that, but I
split.
remember she almost died. Oh, Polly, thank you
Yeah.
so much for coming by, man. I
got a
appreciate
split.
you.
Sorry,
I hope
Polly.
that you I hope you get your channel back. Everybody subscribe to Polly Latino Slant. If you have any plugs you want to do before you go for it, Polly.
Oh, that was fun. Thank you guys, and it's good to hang out with everyone here on the panel. Are good friends, and again, thank you, Nina, for inviting me on. And then there's Tom. So you know, love you, buddy. Have a great one, everybody, and we'll talk soon. Pray for the channel, all that stuff.
Yes.
Yes,
be all right.
everybody
Fight it,
go
man.
and retweet.
You gotta fight it.
Yeah.
Everybody go and
Yeah, it's up.
retweet.
It's up.
Polly
Yes.
Latino Slant. His actual Twitter is in the description. Please, everybody,
Oh,
go
thank
and retweet. I've already retweeted him. Tag at Team YouTube. Let's get their attention. Hopefully, we can get the strike resolved. Polly, that's terrible. Good luck, buddy.
Yeah, and Andre Pedro Pascal says hello.
No, yeah. Well, passing my regards.
Take care, everyone. Thanks, man. Thanks,
Bye.
Nina.
Polly.
Bye,
Yeah.
Polly.
We all know that's bullshit because he wouldn't say hello. He'd be like, hey.
Oh my
Hey,
god.
Andre.
He was
Hey,
probably
Andre.
paraphrasing. So.
Hey, Andre.
But gay men do have a tendency to like me.
Andre, I gotta go. Andre, I'll see you later. I gotta go now, okay? Bye, Andre.
I'm gonna go lick a
Oh
stick.
god, that's great.
Wait, where's my exit? Where's my exit? I don't know. Where's my exit?
That's no exit
Hey,
no more. It's an
scale
entrance,
doesn't go
baby.
away, man. There is no exit.
No.
Well, I was just gonna say that's
How
not
do
an
I get
exit
out of
anymore.
here?
It's just an
Oh, there it
entrance
is.
now.
You
When
know
you're
what's
gay,
like
when you're gay, everything's an entrance.
Exactly. Exactly.
Oh my god. You know
I
you know
think
what's
that's
so
if you're
crazy?
bi, but yeah.
That too.
I
Yeah.
think like it's kind of over for Pedro Pascal. Like I think like I mean I haven't really seen him in anything recently. Like have you
Thank
guys
God.
seen him and stuff? I haven't really seen him in anything.
He's gonna be in the Mandalorian.
Well,
Yeah.
other than that, like
Didn't he have at least 1 or 2 movies come out this year already?
And he's going to be in Doomsday.
Mm-hmm.
oh yeah, that's true. He's gonna be
Yeah,
in
he's not
Doomsday.
going
Did Last of
anywhere
Us
anytime
season?
soon.
Did Last of Us season 2 already happen? Did he get killed in that season 2 yet?
Oh, he got killed
Yeah,
like
he
in the
got- he
third
got
episode.
killed.
Yeah, he got killed
Okay.
right away.
Yeah, that was pretty quick. That was pretty quick. But you gotta love the internet. Like I said, the internet is basically undefeated, you guys. And some of my favorite stuff coming out from the Met is the reactions of people on the internet. And I wanted to share some of them with you. Here's one of this guy saying this person's like he nailed it. This guy's trying out, his own version of the Met Gala. Really like the attitude. He's got the attitude going for sure. He's
Tying a
just
duvet cover around his waist. Okay.
I swear, if I ever got the invite to the Met Gala, man, I am just going to go as the craziest pimp you've ever seen in your life. And I'm going to have like 4-inch like platform shoes. I'm going to have like the purple cape,
Velvet
the
from
fucking
head to toe.
afro with a big ass hat. That's like
Are you
way
gonna be
too big
like-
for my head.
Are you gonna be like the pimp from "I'm Gonna Get You, Sucker"? That type of thing.
Yes, it's going to be
Oh
like
my
that
God,
with,
that'd be
Like Huggy Bear
hilarious.
times 10.
back.
See, if I got invited, I'd just be in the Phantom Zone from Superman 78.
Ooh, that's a good
I wouldn't be
one.
able to
That's a
tell
good
which
one.
side's my front or back.
Dude, if I was you, Verbal, I would go as like undercover brother.
Right. With the leather jacket and big afro and shit. And
Like giant ass afro and like just
like way too big. Like way too big. Like
Way
an
But
afro
yeah,
too
like the
big.
O.J. Simpson afro
With, like,
from
the fucking
from the Naked
pick.
Gun.
Yeah. hell
Yeah.
You can
With the
still get
pick
that.
in
I think
there.
that's still on a prop auction coming up.
Here's this other person also killing it at the Met Gala. This is this is like all the people that this one was crazy. This costume was actually crazy. Oh, here she is as here's this
Oh no.
Rachel said.
I miss Bjork.
Oh my god.
Oh, look at her with a $10 bill.
Yeah, $10 bill.
That's 100 actually. What do you mean 10?
Was that 100?
Was
I
it-
only saw
was
That's
it-
a
I
Benjamin,
thought that-
baby.
That is a Benjamin, yeah.
Oh, this is Katy Perry's costume. She looked like a freak.
I mean, this is basically Comic-Con here, right? I mean, that's what we're looking at. This is fucking people are cosplaying and shit. That's all this is.
And we're the geeks.
Look at this chick's got the
This is cosplay for the elites.
Yes.
I mean,
Much.
they usually have Halloween too, but like, they had this is their other Halloween, but you're right. Andre, thank you so much for coming by tonight.
Absolutely.
It's
It's a
been
pleasure
an
to be here.
amazing show. I really missed you guys, so I'm really glad you made it. Please make sure you plug whatever it is that you got going on next.
Yeah, well, do check out Midnight's Edge. We just dropped my review for Mortal Kombat 2. Also, check out the channel I'm doing with Arch. It's been a few weeks since the last video. More will be coming very soon. It's just life's been happening and stuff. But check out Real Nordic Noir, where we expose what's really going on behind the place that Trump wants more immigrants from, and that Biden and Sanders wants America to be more like. So
Oh, wow.
yeah, but it's a real.
Is that on
self-inspired
YouTube?
too. Yes, and Rumble. Real Nordic
YouTube
Noir.
and Rumble. Okay, check it out on both guys, especially on Rumble. Check them out.
Indeed.
Thank you, Andre. It was good to see you.
Absolutely. Yeah, take care. Thanks for having me.
Time.
See ya.
Well, yeah. So there you go. That was the topics for the night. But I did have an extra topic that we can talk about because I saw this a little while ago. We didn't really get to cover it, and I think we should all talk about this a little bit. And that was the statements made by Evangeline Lilly, which I really like her. I think she's a really good person. She's a good actress. During the COVID thing, I remember she got canceled because she stuck up for people about the whole not like the vaccine, the mandatory vaccine stuff. She was against that. She wanted to have people keep working. So I kind of really like her in that sense. And then this is another case where she's speaking out against the man, which is Disney. But also, I think she's kind of being dumb. We'll talk about it after we listen to what she has to say. It says Evangeline Lilly has called out Disney for being disgusting and horrible after they laid off more than almost all of Marvel's visual development team.
Yeah, they've ruined many a kid's lives, but this is the biggest travesty of all.
Sorry, what was that, Tom? Say that again.
So Disney has ruined many a kids of lives, but this is the biggest travesty of all.
Yeah, this is crazy.
I know, but yeah.
This is here we go.
It's a bloodbath at Disney, and Marvel Studios just took the worst of it. Yesterday, the company laid off approximately 1,000 employees company-wide, and nearly the entire visual development team at Marvel.
What a bloodbath. Oh my God.
They do that annually. I mean,
do they really?
Yes.
Wow.
They fire 1,000 and they use at least, and then they hire in like 500-600 and then they fire them. It's a huge cycle. Disney's got a massive turnover. Like this is a day that has been wide for Disney.
Is this industry wide or is it just Disney?
Well, we have a new head honcho at Disney, so they're going to do what they're going to do. So yeah, there'll be lots of layoffs, there'll be lots of terminations, there'll also be lots of hires, new jobs, new departments being built to fulfill whatever the new king of Disney wants. That's par for the course.
Okay. All right.
Also, you have to remember that this Marvel visualization team was helmed for quite a while by Victoria Alonso. Once she was scapegoated after Ant-Man and the Wasp, it was slowly like, well, once this group under her purview, or that used to be under her purview, are done with everything, we'll just get rid of them and we'll bring in new people. And that seems to have already occurred. So
interesting.
Because remember, Marvel's about 6 years ahead of in development of what they're doing before we even know what the announcements are.
That's true. I didn't even think about that. But they do. I mean, everything has to be planned out. I mean, these things are always planned out.
Marvel Studios just took the worst of it. Yesterday, the company laid off
planned anything.
Hmm?
Your mistake is thinking they've planned anything in the last few years. Normally, script would be right. Like, but at this point, I really think that they're just looking at it going, we don't know what's going to happen next. We're just going to see how this rolls.
We're just winging it.
No, they have no clue what's going on. But like Disney in general, they know what they're doing for the next.
Oh, yeah. Well, to a point. But
yeah, I mean, it's gotten so pretty bad over there that at least... Actually, I think at this point, all of my contacts over there have been fired or let go. So I have no information for like the first time about the MCU in like years. I have no idea what's going on because everybody's getting fired at this point. So
yeah, last thing I heard was about the Wonder Man series, and then that guy's not there anymore.
Yeah, they let go of a lot of people, man. I'm like, shit.
Wow.
It's a bloodbath at Disney.
What's insane, really quickly, what's insane is they fired all of these people, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Doomsday is probably going to be the most expensive movie ever made. So they're literally betting the farm on this movie. It has to do well. Like it has to, or they're fucked. And I know we say that a lot about Disney, but no, they're really fucked if Doomsday doesn't perform.
Let's be clear, Marvel is fucked. Not Disney.
Tom, let me ask you something. Yeah. Tom, like on Midnight's Edge, you guys are an entertainment channel. You have a huge entertainment audience.
That's what they
when
tell
you
me.
Talk about Doomsday, what do you see from your chat? Like, are people excited? Are you feeling like the excitement for Doomsday?
I think it's going to have an uphill battle against Dune.
I agree.
I did not like the end of Dune 2, but Dune 2 gained a huge audience for that franchise, and Timothée Chalamet and Zendaya, unfortunately or fortunately, depending on your point of view, are some of the few bankable movie stars we have right now.
Yeah.
Because both of them have opened up movies that had nothing to do with any IP, and they've done fine. So that tells me that they can
bring a crowd. Yeah.
Bring a crowd and open a movie on their own. So that being in the IMAX screens and with this Infinivision bullshit they're trying to pull on the audience.
Infinivision is nothing. It's just a label.
It's nothing. It's Fugazi. It's a bunch of horse shit. It's a fucking plaque. Yeah, it's a plaque they get to put in their theater just like THX back in the day.
What? I don't even know what it is.
Okay, so what this is, because if somebody would have took the bet, they would have won against me. But I would have put money on that Disney was going to move Doomsday. But I thought they were going to go, okay, here's the catch, kids. We're going to have to move Doomsday to next year. But not only are you going to get Doomsday, but you're going to get Doomsday Part 1 and 2 and Secret Wars. Because now it's going to be a trilogy. That's what I was waiting for, and hide it behind the excuse that that's why they had to move it. Because at the end of the day, they are fucked. They don't have IMAX. They have other PLFs, which are premium screens, but they don't have IMAX. So what they're doing is any of these premium screens that meet a certain threshold of quality will get one of these Infinivision fucking plaques. And they're not doing it's not anything new. It's the same fucking theater you've seen it in a million times before, the same way.
Same screen, same projector, same everything.
Yeah. All it means is that it met a certain criteria, right? It's the same exact thing as THX, where they would send in somebody who would go, "Yep, your speaker's in the right place. Yep, your screen's at the right place. Yep, your projector's hitting the screen correctly. Yep, I can hear all the surround sound firing. Yep, you're good to go. Here's your THX plaque."
Wow.
Yep, that's about it.
That's exactly what they used to do back in the day, and that's exactly what this is. And I bet you there isn't even anybody who comes in to do that. As long as it's a laser projection, Dolby Atmos, or Dolby Vision theater, they're probably going to get the Infinifilm thing, or
Infinity Vision, which
no matter what.
Which is fucking ridiculous. I need to correct something. So, yeah, I understand that Brand New Day is coming, and that's going to make a lot of money because Spider-Man always
that might make more money than Doomsday, actually.
No, absolutely, Spider-Man is going to make more money as far as how much it costs versus what they're going to pull in. I think Spider-Man is going to do way better on that. It's not enough to make up for Doomsday failing, so Doomsday has to do well.
Doomsday's not going to do well financially. It's only going to do well by the audience that it brings in.
And Script made up a great point with this, and I agree with you. I think both Mandalorian and Doomsday are set up as loss leaders to get the old fans back into the seats. And Star Wars,
they're not going to do it in the theaters. They're going to get them back in the seats for the next movie, because what's going to happen, they're going to skip out on this one. They're going to wait for streaming. They're going to see it. They're going to be blown away. Say, damn, I wish I saw that movie in theaters. Now I'm going to have to go see Doomsday Part 2 in theaters. Now I'm going to have to see the next Star Wars in theaters because it looks like they're coming back. That is the entire strategy, because essentially, listen, you don't spend nearly $1 billion on a movie and see like, oh yeah, we're totally going to make our money back on that. No, you're not doing that. You're basically looking at like 3-5 years out saying we're spending $1 billion now because the next 6 movies we're going to be spending around $200 million on, and then get $1 billion from each of those $200 million afterwards. That pays off everything. And again, it's still not even Disney's money, but Disney's not even spending their money. It's all
dude, I'm a betting man. I'm a gambler, and there's no way I would take that bet. That's insane. So they're saying that they're willing to bet $1 billion.
Yes.
Yep.
That's fucking crazy. Nuts.
And I totally see it. And I totally agree with that, because I see it with Star Wars. Look, what do we got coming up next? You got Mandu and Grogu, which is basically a throwaway. It didn't cost all that much.
And it's priming up for what movie? With a huge hit, right? With a huge hit star right now?
Starfighter, exactly. He knows exactly where I'm going with this. And then what comes up with that also is the 1977 unaltered version of Star Wars in 2027 for the 50th anniversary. The thing that the fans have wanted for the longest time.
Okay, 45 years.
Finally going to get.
Wait. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Is the franchise too dead for that to even matter?
That's the question. We'll have to wait and see. But to me, I see where Script's coming from. Yeah.
I think the damage has been done so much that if they release the originals, like maybe you get a few diehards to go watch it. Most people are going to be like, I'm good.
Well, they did re-release some of them during the pandemic lockdown and in drive-ins, and they did really well.
I was going to say, because Return of the Jedi and Revenge of the Sith
did very well, pandemic.
Yeah, they were locked in their house for weeks.
No. Revenge of the Sith was just last year.
Yep.
And it did very well. So
I don't have the same faith. I think people are.
I see where you're coming from. We'll have to see. I mean, but the Gosling movie and the re-release of Star Wars are the two things that I see in the near future that go along with what, script is saying about Marvel, and it's the same kind of thing there. I wouldn't be surprised if the new Spider-Man movie tries to set things more in a standardized like universe. We'll see what they come up with there, but because I don't even know what they're able to and not able to do anymore compared to what they used to be able to do and not be able to do, because they're on like their second or third version of their contract now.
I think Spider-Man as a standalone movie is going to do very well, like very well. I don't think it's going to help the MCU.
I'm just like, for me, like I'm at a place where I love Spider-Man, so like I will watch Spider-Man just because it's Spider-Man. So I'm like, I'm gonna watch it.
Well, that's most people, right? Like most people will.
Yeah,
well, it's
but
up to them
that's not how I feel about
audience,
Doomsday because, and honestly, like I'm kind of dragging my feet even for Spider-Man. I'm like, I'm just doing it because I just have to because it's Spider-Man. But like for Doomsday though, like the thing is like the last couple Marvel movies I saw in the theater was so disappointing, which is Multiverse of Madness and what was the other one? God, I don't remember anymore.
You saw one of the worst ones.
Oh, I've only seen a handful myself, right? So like that's the thing is I'm hoping that Doomsday isn't set up to where I have to have seen Shang-Chi or, paid attention to the Eternals or
right. But see, that's the thing. Like, I feel like one of the things is that I remember watching these movies and being like, oh, which one was the one with I've even forgotten now. Which one was the one with was it Ironheart or whatever she was in?
Oh, Wakanda Forever.
That's one I didn't see either. Yeah,
the one with no, I don't think it was Wakanda
No,
Forever. The
Ironheart
one with the lesbian.
She's in
mom.
Wakanda Forever. She's in that's the only movie I think she's been in.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
No,
she has her own
it
show.
wasn't Ironheart. It was the one with the lesbian moms. Which one was that one?
Lesbian mom.
The Marvels.
No, you're talking about America Chavez.
No,
yes, America Chavez.
Yeah, that would have been Multiverse of Madness.
Okay, so that's the same movie because they're all blending in for me now. Wow, it's just fucking crazy. Okay, so that one is the one that I think that was the last Marvel movie I saw in the theater, and it was so bad. And then I saw like just clips and stuff like that from like Ant-Man, like the new one, and just certain things, and it all just looks so bad and plastic, and like I don't know what they've done because it's not even the same as like the old Avengers movies. Like they're just all so fake looking.
They're all made by committee. They're all made more like TV shows than they are actual movies, but they suck at that too. And
yeah, like the CG looks bad.
Well, Ant-Man the Wasp: Quantumania was actually remade.
Yeah,
as a result of Bob Iger, because Chapek, again, the original ending for Ant-Man the Wasp: Quantumania was Ant-Man and the Wasp were stuck in the quantum realm, and Kang got out, and that was the setup. It was a darker issue there. Victoria Alonso failed to deliver the special effects plates for their final compositing in November. And then when Bob Iger took over from Bob Chapek, he's like, oh, this movie's too dark for the MCU. It needs to be lighter family thing. So they went and reshot in January and February additional footage to lighten the tone. And then they had to rush brand new special effects all the way through. So what you got was basically 40% completed special effects.
And it was built
Quantumania.
And it was built on a half-ass plan, right? Like, and that's the thing is we know, like we're going back to James Gunn when he was booted from the MCU. He only came back to work a little bit on Endgame to do the Guardians bits or whatever, and then he did Guardians 3, and that was it. He was the guy who was supposed to oversee the cosmic side while Feige was paying attention to the multiverse shit, and they were just stumbling. They're just stumbling, and maybe they got the best luck of their lives that what's-his-face who played Kang got in the trouble he did, because that storyline was going nowhere.
That was going nowhere. You're right.
No, because the multiverse stuff was supposed to be after their cosmic story, so they pulled the multiverse up ahead of schedule when Alan Horn overstepped his boundaries and fired Gunn, and it's been a mess ever since then. On top of that, doesn't help the fact that after they got rid of the creative committee, they basically just turned to James Gunn and be like, hey, so what do you got? What are you going to structure for us?
Right? I mean, and he's the only reason the Infinity Saga turned out the way it did. I know people hate to admit that, but it's the fucking truth.
Yep.
Because when he sat down, and he said this in an interview, when he sat down to start writing Guardians of the Galaxy, the first one, mind you, He goes, "You got Thanos in this. What do you want me to do with this? What's the plan?" And Feige goes, "I don't know. There is no plan."
Oh my God.
That's exactly what Feige said to him, I guess. And so Gunn went and just branched out and mapped out the entire Infinity Saga, so he knew what his movies were going to do. Right? So it's because of him that the whole Thanos storyline exists. Now, he didn't write it all out in script form, mind you, but he was the one who basically mapped it all out.
An idea. Yeah. It was like a,
but that's it's basically a plot outline for that, because Nicole Perlman was the first writer of Guardians and the script was not up to snuff. And James Gunn had already been assigned the director. And then that's when Feige's like, "Hey, take a crack at the script with the committee, see if you can kind of come up with something." And then that's when James Gunn said, "Well, you got Thanos. What do you want me to do with him?" And they gave him free reign. And he's like, "Well, this is where we're going to go." And then it was the Russos that came up with, because again, even Feige protested this initially. And then later we find out that Jon Favreau was also protested it initially. And that was, we're going to kill off Iron Man at the end of Infinity War, Endgame. And that's how we got here.
It's been one mess for the last 10 years.
It's crazy about like to hear stuff like this, but also to like see basically like my thing is mostly not even just a story. Like I'm saying visually, they've just become so awful. Like visually,
that's where
like become awful.
There's two sides to that, right? You got what I was getting to with the made by committee thing, because you don't actually have a director going in with any kind of vision or any real cinematographer. They're not allowed to, because they got to kind of make this thing look like the last thing, look like the last thing, look like the last thing. And you're right, all these Marvel films have a very,
it's a brand.
But part of it is especially takes over after they started going digital, and this is a part of the problem with everything, and it's all has to do with they don't know how to light these things anymore. They could make them look good, but they just don't quite get it. I don't know why. I've seen about 20 videos that explain what is wrong with the looks of movies and television shows and why they all look the same now. If a few people would just pay attention to them, they'd understand. That's part of the problem.
Tom, I saw that for even like the most like recent Devil Wear Prada movie. Like I've heard that they've done like this weird thing to it that it doesn't even.
Well, probably because
like
it just looks like it was shot on digital cameras, which it was, and the original one was probably shot on film.
It was the other part, and I've been dealing with this with a couple of productions this year, is that everybody knows where the final resting place of their project is going to be. It's going to be on digital TV, streaming, your phone. So they're lighting for that, which is the problem, is that they're not lighting for the technology.
It's called the Netflix lighting or whatever. Yeah.
Well, it's basically it's playing around with the contrast and saturation, kind of making it all muted enough so that it can take advantage of whatever battery life is in your phone, which for the backlit stuff, it's not the same, because when you're shooting for film, you're shooting for a projector, which means that you're projecting light onto a screen and it's bouncing back. When you're shooting for today, you're shooting for something that is emitting light towards your audience, which is our monitors are emit light towards us. TVs do that. It is not the same. It doesn't trigger the same response to us for our eyes. As a result of that, and that's because everything is just shifting over there. They're like, well, if we were to light this for film, it'd be a little bit more brighter. The darks would be darker, more contrast going on here, more vibrant colors, better color rendering index metrics. And they're like, yeah, that's just gonna screw around with like television screens.
See, you have so many issues going into it. It's a hodgepodge of different things. But then now what you'll have is you'll have two different things now that the filmmakers will do to combat this.
Right. So
you either have the ones that'll actually shoot on film, which are the few and far between. And we did have a handful of movies come out last year, especially big ones like Twisters and the last Jurassic World movie that I can think of right offhand that were shot on film and then transferred to digital. Or what you'll have is they'll shoot on digital, do the final edit, pass, then they'll actually spit out a film reel of the movie, scan that, and that is what we see in theaters. In fact, I'm pretty sure that's what they did to like Michael recently, like I just saw in theaters. I know they did that to Horizon, the Kevin Costner movie. They shot it digitally, but then did it that way to kind of give it that filmic kind of texture to it. But that's not fixing anything, because like what Script's talking about is the difference is you have to light it properly. I'm not saying doing the same lighting. What you have to do is to mimic film lighting is what it is, but you have to do it a different way on digital, because digital captures light at a much different way than film does, and the
Much
roll off
higher.
is much different. So you have to basically light it in a way that it feels and looks like film. But these guys don't quite know how to do that, and or you have the issue like which Script is talking about, where they're basically shot. They have to shoot it the Netflix way, basically. Yeah,
they shoot it for its destination, not for its intention. And then on top of that, there's like only a handful of cinematographers that know how to light for digital, and they work on selective projects, and everybody else just kind of follows an SOP that's done by the studio or the production and says, this is how you're going to light it because this is where it's going to go. We've already, like, especially Sony movies, tons of Sony movies are lit specifically for Netflix. Like, and that's just the way it is. Like you just showed the example of Devil Wears Prada, the first one and the second one. You'll notice there's definitely more brightness and more light coming out of the one on film. That's because, again, it's supposed to bounce off a screen.
You get whiter
I was
whites.
trying
and
to
you get
find a
blacker
better
blacks. That's the
photo, which
difference.
I just did. So I'm gonna pull
Like
up
the more
image.
simpler thing is like on digital, for some reason you can't get true whites and you can't get true blacks. Like you can get that just about full white, but it's just that dingy kind of looking white, and you can't get that quite black like you would in a dark shadow.
Well,
see, so
real quick, guys, before we get into the more of this conversation, hold that thought because on 100 Verbal has to go.
Sorry about
So
that.
Verbal, thank you for coming by today. Obviously, make sure you plug your wares before you take off.
Yeah, you guys follow me, Verbal Riot, YouTube, Rumble X. I'm always on them constantly. So yeah, follow me there.
Yeah, and he also goes on Flashcast on Saturdays and hangs out with George John.
Yeah, Flashcast on Saturdays, Sundays, Georgia Giant Slayer, Monday, Film Threat, Versus. So you can find me all over the place.
Yeah, follow him.
And thankfully, my channel hasn't been like taken away yet. So
not yet. There's always
be on the lookout
time.
for videos.
There's always tomorrow.
Yeah, after you just got your monetization back too, so they better leave you alone.
Yeah.
Oh my God, leave the black man alone. YouTube.
I know what's up with that,
God.
man. Like YouTube, are you racist? Do you not like black creators? What's going on here?
It's crazy out there.
Yeah,
man.
that's what I should do. Tell YouTube that I'm a black cerebral palsy trans.
Oh, dude, pull the card
model.
Man. Pull the card.
Yeah. I know that's what Paulie needs to do right now. Like, why are you keeping the Latino man down? YouTube?
I know. What are you, ICE?
Yeah, they do not.
Is ICE running YouTube? But anyway,
Verbal, you're the best. Thank you so much.
Talk to you later.
I'll see you next time.
Later.
Also over on Rumble, Mr. Canadian wanted to say for $1, thank you, says it would have made sense for Marvel to make an Avengers versus Kang movie right after Endgame to explain why the Avengers can't just use time travel to solve all their problems. that's actually a funny.
I have a feeling
cool
Doomsday is going to address that quite a bit. Because as we're learning, like to even have Steve Rogers there, because the big question is, well, where was he all these years? Well, now we have
where
our
was
answer.
he? Yeah, exactly.
For
But
those
this is that photo.
Yeah.
So okay, so here's the other part too. Lots of people, again, traditionally they watch movies in the dark. So there's a massive audience out there that watches movies in bed before they go to sleep. Guess what? You do not want to have it to be too bright because that's going to
hurt your eyes,
impact their sleep and hurt their eyes. So you light appropriately, soft lighting, subtle colors. Why? Because listen, it's not about them watching the movie. It's about them having something to mildly stimulate them as they drift into the abyss. It's really morbid stuff. I got a friend who does a bunch of contracts with Netflix. We've been talking pretty regularly. And yeah, he's been telling me, like,
I believe it.
Netflix is very much aware that not everybody
crazy.
watches their stuff to completion, but all they care about is the fact that the app is open until the movie's done. They don't care if they're asleep or not. Like they just care that the minute watch hours are
Well,
there.
I mean, Ben Affleck and Matt Damon kind of talked about that too in on that.
Yeah,
Joe
even though they got
Rogan
clapped
special.
back, I believe everything they said.
Oh no, I
I
think you're
did too.
100% right. The thing is that Ben and Matt have been struggling with trying to like reinvigorate and expand the indie sphere for like 25 years, and every effort they've made is just blown up in their faces dramatically. Like Project Greenlight was a huge backfire.
Yeah, Ben's had more luck as of late than Matt has. That's true, but like they're not wrong in their
I think
assessment
it's because
either.
everybody feels bad
right.
for Ben because of J-Lo. Everyone's like,
That was kind of when things went
watching his
wrong
shit.
again. You're not wrong. But yeah, no, and it's sad because this is where Scorsese, I mean, he could have spread out his whole conversation to beyond Marvel and said that a lot of the shit that comes out now is not technically cinema. Because it is. It's basically made for streaming.
Made for home. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just content now. It's not art. There's nothing artful about the last Avengers film. Like,
no,
let's be fucking real here. I love them just as much as everybody else, but it's not an art form. It's not. It's a product. And that's what he was trying to say.
And it's becoming that more and more. Like, it's one thing to have like a really artistic kind of movie, like kind of like Joker 1 was, or even the first Iron Man.
Or even the 89 Batman.
89 Batman was a bit more artistic, yeah. I would even argue the first Thor.
First Thor.
With Branagh, yeah.
Yeah, like there's a lot of them that were really good, like in that sense, but it's just like,
and
now
there's your answer.
Cookie cutter shit, man. But I mean, like, look at this image though. Like, her hair color. Look at this. Like, you can tell she's a redhead in this. This is like, she's like a freaking she's brunette, a brunette. Yeah.
This is where I have issues.
To be a redhead.
Because Script is right. They're doing other filters and other things to these that are ruining it, because there's plenty of people that'll tell me scientifically digital filmmaking or digital video or whatever has just as much color and depth and all that shit as film.
It can, but they don't do it that way.
But they don't do it that way. Exactly. And that's where like I hate buying newer films on 4K, because it's like, am I really getting my money's worth here? Because I'll go buy a movie that's shot on film in 4K any day of the week, because it's going to look amazing in 4K, because 4K seems like it was built for film. But now any movie that has come out in the last 20 years that hasn't been done recently in 4K, and even those still suffer from the same fucking issues, is because the way they're shooting it, the way they're doing it, just like Script Doctor said. And not only that, it's almost like it's set up to where, because this is the other problem, is most people, when they bring their TV home and put it up, they don't do anything to it. They just
they don't calibrate it.
They plug it in. They just plug it in and they let it go. Well, guess what? 9 times out of 10, your TV's set up with, motion this and fucking color express this and all that kind of weird shit.
Your saturation's at 80.
Yeah.
I mean, I just got a new monitor. I had to get a tech guy to come in and recalibrate it, because I'm looking at it like everything is too dark, and the stuff that's too bright should not be that bright.
See, so basically that's another reason why I think they're doing this kind of muted, neutral kind of look on everything, is because they know everybody's TVs are amped up when they bring them home. Because unlike people like me who will go in and turn everything off or flip on what's called the filmaker mode, there's usually something similar. I can't remember the other name of it, but it's somebody in the chat might remember.
Mode or
cinema mode, that might be it.
Yeah,
there was this basically, it was where all these filmmakers got together and said, stop fucking with our shit. Set up your TV to where you can turn all this crap off.
Yeah.
Because they got sick of their movies looking like shit. So
that's actually like, that's such a great point, because I used to sell TVs at Future Shop, Script Doctor. Like, I was
there you go.
I was in that department, and one of the things that they taught us was exactly that, because they were like, and we literally had the Avengers. Like, I remember that we had the Avengers movie in our main showroom to show off like the biggest TV we had. Like, look at all the cool colors, and this is like, you can watch the Avengers, and you had like, it was all calibrated, and that was like one of the things we sold was like, Geek Squad or whatever.
Well, the beauty of it is, I think the original Avengers was still it might have still been shot on film, but I'm not 100%.
It was still shot on film. Here's the other part. Before the digital television, where you had the analog ones, you could adjust those with the knob so much more precisely than you can with the digital, because the increments on the digital are like solid. You can't do percentages, because that was the beauty of the analog, is that if the greens are a little bit too green, you can just pull that back just enough where you don't lose the green, but you still got everything else is there. You can't do that with your digital TVs and digital screens these days.
No.
Yeah, Future Shop. Once upon a time, that was a thing in Canada. Was like the sister store to Best Buy.
Are you aging yourself a little bit there?
Yeah, just a
well,
little
they
bit.
went out of business like a decade ago. So
I was just saying that.
They're gone. They're gone. It's true. It's over. Thank you, Russell Hall, for $1 over on Rumble. Any chance that you'll be able to hop on Cecil's stream to watch Samurai Cop tonight? I don't think so, but maybe next time. I've heard it's a good movie, though, from you, Russell Hall. I'm actually interested in watching it.
Samurai Cop is a movie.
That's the best thing you can say about it.
It's better than Samurai Cop 2.
That's funny.
Okay, so there's 2 things you can say about it, I guess.
Oh my God, that's hilarious. But yeah, you know what? Like, I'm one of those people that definitely likes a brighter movie.
Same.
So I've never been feeling any of this. And
First
I kind
thing-
of feel like it kind of became a thing even more with Game of Thrones, because Game of Thrones was like super dark and like everything was like all nitty gritty, and then everything came like this even more with like Zack Snyder and his like Zack Snyder grayscale.
Oh, he turns all the saturation up and the contrast way down, and it's just
all of it, and it,
Yeah.
it just became
looks like a
this
brown paper
thing.
bag all the time.
Yeah, and now everybody's like doing this, and that's why I was excited about James Gunn's Superman, because I was like, yes, saturation, like freaking
Look at
colors.
that, colors, yeah.
But like I feel like everybody needs to take a page out of James Gunn's book just for a little bit. Like just let's just add a little bit of color here and there. Look at this. Like you can see her ring. You can see like all the beautiful like
Well, here's the other part too. Every actor stands out far more prominently in the shot on the left than they do on the right.
Yes.
They get lost on the right.
Yes, they do.
Like,
mind you, these ones like are definitely in
Emily
motion.
Blunt's
I feel
face
like.
looks like it matches the wall and the one on the right. Like their skin tone matches the wall behind her and the one on the right.
Yes, I know. It's so true. Look at that. That's so true. She like is literally the wall.
Well, and that's not even getting into all the compression and everything else that these services do when you're watching a movie like that.
Yeah, because bandwidth is really expensive. You have to do massive compression, and then you have a decompression driver or some crap like that that's supposed to fix it. It doesn't fix it. It's like it takes me back to like the rivalry between Nikola Tesla and Thomas Edison, where Edison was into direct current because it was more powerful, but alternating current is what Tesla believed in because it could actually travel a distance and provide you power in your home. Like direct couldn't do that. And now we're doing the same thing now with digital media. It's like, okay, we can compress it and then send it directly to the person, but it's going to look like crap once it's decompressed, as opposed to just stamp it onto a 4K disc proper and let people go pick it up themselves and put it in a player and watch it as it should be.
Yeah. Russell Hall for $1 says, Samurai Cop is not a movie. Samurai Cop is a cinematic experience. Okay, thanks.
Well, you can infer from that what
Scorsese.
Russell Hall really likes to see in his movies.
Thanks, Scorsese. He's like, it's cinema. Did you guys watch this movie, the sequel?
I don't even remember if I've seen the first one. To be honest,
I don't recall the first one or second one either.
It's not your thing,
I don't remember.
Tom.
I just don't remember if I saw it or not. I mean, I'm not saying I wouldn't, but
It's fun.
It would have probably been up to whatever woman I was dating at the time, and I don't remember being forced into watching it. So there's nothing
It's actually
about
a fun
it.
movie. It's actually a fun movie. I think you would like it.
Like there's vaguely things I remember about it, so maybe I did. But yeah, I mean, it seemed mostly harmless or fine, and it was pretty popular. I mean, with inflation, the original film did $500 million.
Yeah,
They did 300 some million at the box office back in 2005 or whatever it was.
That's
so like,
crazy.
yeah. So I mean,
Script,
I'm
you
not
haven't seen
surprised.
I don't remember seeing it. I do remember seeing a lot of advertisement for it.
I want to see the second one. I'm one of those girls. I'm like, yes, fashion. And I was annoyed that they like didn't put Sydney Sweeney's cameo in there, but
well,
it
Anne
is what it
Hathaway, she's getting older. She's a little jealous,
I know. Did you hear how she was all like, I went to the creators and I told them like we need to have fatter models in here.
That is so high school. I remember the popular girls from my high school saying, we need fat friends so we look better.
Dude, but she's like, Anne Hathaway looks like she's about to break in half because she looks so freaking skinny. I'm like, girl, like, I don't understand why you want fat people in your movie so you can look even more skinny. You're so skinny right now. It's actually fucking crazy. Like, you need to eat some food.
Yeah, she's well, I mean, she's had a couple kids and she's desperately trying to get back into what she likes to call her Catwoman weight because that was the best shape she'd ever been in. I'm like, if I saw her, I'd be like, you are under your Catwoman weight. You got to
make no mistake about it. This is not some virtuous thing they're doing to try and help out fat ladies.
No.
This is to make themselves look better. Absolutely.
This is the designated ugly fat friend tactic.
Yes.
It was so bad. Like, it was so cringe. I was like, Anne, you don't need to do this. Like, I don't understand why you're doing this right now. This is like at the time too where like that fat thing's kind of like on its way out. Like everyone's like,
Body
body
positivity.
positivity is over. Like nobody's doing this anymore.
Yeah,
But
healthy positivity is what's actually being pushed a little bit right now, which is nice because I've been traveling all over Canada the last few months, and I was shocked to see a lot more fat Canadians than I've ever seen before. And I'm like, oh, we got to fix this now because
oh
we're not
no.
typically overweight.
Oh,
Something's wrong.
here's a terrible review of the movie. No, Nina, don't. It's horrible. I liked the first and hated the second. My wife thought it was okay. Wow, you really
I've
hated
heard
it.
a lot of people saying that the movie sucked.
Oh, well, that's terrible. That sucks. What was the best movie you've seen recently, Tom? I'm guessing Michael. You like Michael, right?
Yeah, I liked it. Yeah.
You've almost
how
seen
many
it, what,
times
7 or 8
gone?
times now?
6.
Oh my god, that's crazy! I still have to watch it. I still haven't seen once, and fucking Tom's seen it 6 times. That's really good though. Like I'm really glad to hear that. Did you see it too, Script Doctor?
I haven't seen any movies in the theaters. I can't remember the last one I saw this year.
You're just like working on movies. You're not.
I'm working on 2 television shows and an indie production right now. And I'm doing a bunch of Zoom castings tomorrow, followed by reviewing a bunch of self-tapes.
Okay.
So it's it's pretty busy. My boss finally said I need an assistant, which is nice. So
that's nice.
I need a job.
Can you commute to Canada?
I will.
Yeah, you should. Yeah, you should get him like a residency or whatever. Like get him a work
I could
visa.
use a job.
I think I don't even remember the last movie that I went to in the theater. I think
I'm pretty good at punching up shit too, by the way.
Yeah, I mean,
I saw a lot of movies this year. Actually, I was surprised when I stopped and thought about it. I saw
what
Scream
have you
7. I saw.
I saw that actually. I watched that movie, and it was
what else did I
good.
see?
I was surprised that I kind of enjoyed Scream 7. I didn't see it
Hail
in the
Mary.
theater.
I saw, of course.
Oh yeah, Hail Mary.
That's what I saw. That's what I saw in the theater last. Project Hail Mary. It was good.
Yeah,
very good movie. Mr.
So, yeah, those are the
Canadian
last
for a
few I saw,
dollar
yeah.
says, "We're still trying to lose our winter weight. Give us a couple more months."
I've never seen the winter weight go that big though, but I will say it's really just double the amount of people of that size that I've seen before. Because normally we always have a handful here and there, but I was like, wow, there's a lot in Alberta and British Columbia.
That's funny.
It's that damn poutine.
It is. It's true.
It is addictive. Yeah.
MTB Steve, thank you for the $4.99. The details of your incompetence do not interest me is a legendary line from the original. Yes, I love that. It's such a good. There's a lot of good one-liners in that movie. He's talking about Deborah Wears Prada. That's a good line.
Well, the weird thing about it, and maybe you can comment on this, obviously, Nina, since you're a woman. I've noticed this, that women will, like, and I've been saying it for a while, that if you make shit for women, women will go see it.
Yeah.
And that has been ringing more true than ever this last year here. Even shit that they hate, like Wuthering Heights. It's like, you guys will go see something just so you can talk about it, to bitch about it. Like,
Isn't there another Little Women coming out in another year or something? Like
that, I don't know. But I
They
mean,
keep making Little
Wuthering
Women
Heights. Wuthering Heights was definitely a point of contention among some people because it's not like based on Wuthering Heights. It's like a fan fiction of Wuthering Heights. So like I didn't go see it.
but it made all the monies.
It did make all the monies because a lot of these chicks are thirsty. Like there's a lot of thirsty bitches out there. So
That
like
means
they're
you're just
like,
thirsty for entertainment in general, huh?
well, especially if there's sex in the entertainment in general. Like that I think that's what it was. Is a lot of these women are thirsty and they're like, oh, okay, like I want to go and watch like Margot Robbie and what's his name make out. Like I don't know. It's
So
weird.
if we put Chris Hemsworth and Margot Robbie in a romantic comedy, y'all go see it.
Yeah, probably. See it. That's why like the Sydney Sweeney movie did well too. The one that made a lot of money was with
anyone but you. That
yes, because people wanted to see good looking people bake out. it's just a thing. Like, I think women like watching, good looking people make out with each other. Is that weird?
No, I mean, they want to see a genuine love story. They want to have
Yes.
the emotional roller coaster.
Mhm.
Yeah, there's something. I mean, there's a gentleness to it because I mean, there was a period where you had not so much the romance films, but the female targeted films where the sex is nothing but incredibly rough and almost near violent.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Yeah.
listen, every once in a while, sure, but not every movie.
Not all the time. Yeah. Yeah, and I think, Tom, to your point though, like, I think the other part of it is that women feel like they've been told by the industry what they should be enjoying. For example, like, here's all these superhero movies with women in it. And it's like, no, we don't actually care about superhero movies. Like, the majority of women don't care about superhero movies with female leads. So they're losing the audience because women don't care, and they're losing the audience for men because men want to see,
Well, it's
men.
the tactic.
Like,
It's the old feminist tactic where there's a reason to push for feminism because it meant you had more women working, which meant you could collect more tax and more income for
yes.
the government. And the
Mhm.
studios are trying to think the same thing. Like, oh, if we can get more women to watch the superhero movies, we'll then double our revenue. So we have to
Correct.
make it balanced for them. But they went way too over to one side,
Exactly.
and it hurt to a degree. And then as they started to pull back, women did start to show up. I mean, there's a number of women that saw Deadpool and Wolverine.
I
Mostly
was
for Hugh
one of them
Jackman.
until I realized about the Ryan Reynolds thing. I will never watch a Deadpool movie again. You know what's so crazy, Script? Is like, when I was watching that movie, I was like, this whole joke about Nice Pool is way too overdone and weird. Do you remember we talked about that? I was like, that was a weird joke.
Yeah, I remember it was like, yeah, that's pretty weird.
Yeah, and then now I'm like, "Oh, like, now I get it." Like, it all fell into place because I was like, "That joke went on for way too long, and it was way too weird." And now I know exactly why. Like, I'm like, "What the fuck?" It was just so bizarre. But I'll never watch a Deadpool movie again. I have now been soured also on the Wolverine actor. What's his name?
Hugh Jackman?
Yeah, Hugh Jackman. He's got a new movie out. I'm not interested in
He
moving
had like
it, but
3 new
watching it at
movies
all.
out this year, yeah.
Yeah, like, I think one of them is, like, another Robin Hood remake, which is like, who cares? Like,
It's a
why
it's
do
a
we have
post
that?
Robin Hood story, yeah, which actually looks all right. The other one he did was a musical about this guy who covers Neil Diamond songs, I think,
Okay.
which I heard some okay things about. And then he's got one more movie coming out. I can't
None of
remember.
these movies interest me because he doesn't interest me anymore. But are you guys even interested in, like, another Robin Hood take? Like,
Well,
why?
this
Not
is one that's
really.
after King Richard has taken over and he's like, in his declining years. I'm like, I'm fascinated by that. It's a public domain story. You can do whatever you want. There's been more terrible Robin Hood movies than there ever been good ones anyway, so it's not really kill the
Why
brand.
not? Throw another
There's
one
only
in there.
one Robin Hood, and his name is Kevin Costner.
It's Errol Flynn.
Oh my
Who?
god.
No.
Oh, the Sheep Detectives. That one, I have heard
Yeah.
that this is supposed to be good, actually.
I wonder if my mom's off on Sunday, because if she is, I might take her to that because that looks like something she'd like. I don't know.
I have heard this is supposed to be good. But again, like, I'm so down on Hugh Jackman right now. So I'm like, I don't know if I want to watch that. Especially not in the theater. Like, I won't pay to watch anything he's in anymore. I'm like, you're just a bully. I don't like you. I think a lot of women feel like that now too. So I think that women's emotions do play a role in, like, in, like, us paying for seeing stuff like movies and stuff like that. Which is why it's important to have good casting, like Ryan Gosling. Everybody loves Ryan Gosling. Margot Robbie. Everybody loves Margot Robbie. So put them together in a movie. That's a win of a movie,
I
especially
mean,
when it's like something
well,
like Barbie.
actually, if you want some real fire, you put Gosling and Rachel McAdams back together. That would be
That
huge.
would be amazing. That would be a good.
What's been really funny is baseball season has started up, and one of the things that I've noticed is way more dates are going to baseball games because they're cheaper than movies.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, that's and
That's
also they get
terrible.
to
That's
shut
not
up.
movies' fault that baseball sucks too.
It's not. But the other part too is like, it's appropriate to shout in the audience at the baseball game.
This is true. This is true.
Russell Hall says, speaking of Margot Robbie, I recently saw Babylon recently. What the hell was even that? I've never seen it.
I watched about 10 minutes of it, or not even, and I just shut it off. I was like, I don't even know what the fuck.
I can't remember it.
What is
that
it?
Hollywood one
Hollywood
about depravity and all that shit. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of depravity there. It's basically the fantasy that many people in Hollywood wish that was there, but isn't really there. And when they attempt to do it, it's nowhere near as awesome as how it's depicted in film.
Yeah, I can't comment.
It's far more pathetic.
Of course, it's depraved shit. That's why Russell watched it. What did Hugh Jackman do? Hugh Jackman was buddies with Ryan Reynolds and basically participated in fully endorsed bullying Justin Baldoni because he knew exactly what was going on with the whole nice school thing, and he was involved. And
are you stretching a little too much there, though? I mean, are we really going to hold Hugh Jackman responsible for that?
Yeah, because like it's who you associate with, and like,
I would think it's a bigger dick move that he got a divorce with his wife, considering the whole reason was he was supposed to not do fucking Wolverine anymore, but then he signed up for more.
For about 3 more films.
There's also that that's what I'm saying. It just speaks to his character. He's just like a bad person.
That's fair, I guess. I just didn't have
something after another.
I mean, he has to do Wolverine movies now so he can pay alimony.
Now he has to. He has no choice now.
Till he's 90, yeah.
Didn't he cheat on her or something?
Maybe. I mean, it's Hugh Jackman. I mean, women literally throw their pussies at him. So I mean,
and his son can only catch so much by saying that his dad's Wolverine. I mean,
also, isn't he gay? I mean, there's like there's so many rumors that he's gay.
I've heard a lot of rumors about other gay actors. Hugh Jackman does not come across them.
Yeah, he's good at singing and dancing, but
that's from an older school of. In Australia, just like in the UK, they still teach singing and dancing in acting schools. They don't do that in the United States.
Literally grabbed that guy and kissed him on the stage, and it wasn't even in the script. So like he does like weird shit like that, and everyone's like, "Why? Why are you kissing men for no reason?"
Nah, I don't think he's that gay. He may be a little.
I mean, he's a male actor that can participate in musical theater. You're up against the edge right there.
Yeah, he's a choir boy. Okay, that's fair. That's fine. By the way, Evangeline Lilly, we never watched that video.
Then again, you might be right because he was married to the same chick for like 30 years, wasn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He's got like a couple of kids with her.
That's a good shield.
We never watched this video, but like basically she said she feels really, really bad for the people who lost their jobs. And
I don't. They should have done a better job.
Well, they're given 6 weeks to do a movie.
I know, but still.
But also, like, the other thing that I kind of like was like, girl, was the fact that I'm like, Disney has literally done this their entire like tenure as Disney, like stealing people's artwork and not paying artists is like literally the hallmark of the Walt Disney Company.
They don't even write the original stories. Everything is a public domain thing that they just revamp for themselves.
Yeah. So I wasn't really sure
I'll put it this way. Disney's not good for anyone's health. Even Walt died prematurely.
That's true.
Ouch, that is so dark. Russell Hall over on Rumble says,
I'm not convinced that was that killed him. So.
Oh God. Babylon was way too spicy for me. Wow. That's saying a lot. You might be up for it. Why would I be up for it? You're way more crazy than I am. There's a giant graphic orgy, wine bottles going in places. Oh, and a chick squats over a creepy bald guy and then
relieves themselves. I'm guessing.
Yeah,
of course.
Ew, what a sell on this movie, Russell. Like, hard freaking pass. Thank you very much. Like, no, thank you. Jeez. I'm sure there's people in the chat that are very interested, though. I'm just joking. I don't think that anybody's interested. My chat's pretty like tame. What movie? See, this guy's interested. What movie?
You say that, but you got Russell Hall in your chat, okay? Like that's the thing. He's worth like 10 pervs in one.
This guy's like, what movie is this? I think it's called what? He said it's called Babylon. I didn't even know this was a thing. Hold on, let me see. Babylon.
Margot Robbie. Google Babylon Margot Robbie. You'll find it.
I didn't even know this was a movie. Oh, wait, Brad Pitt is in this movie?
It's one of the few films shot on film, too.
Oh, I heard about this movie, but I heard it bombed.
It's like 3 hours long, too.
Like, I heard it was bad.
Yeah. Takes place in the golden age of Hollywood, 1930s, 40s.
Wow. Yeah, I don't know if I'll be watching this, Russell. Here, let me share my screen so you guys
tried.
can see it. You tried it just didn't work out for you.
I just couldn't. Yeah, I just couldn't. There was like the scene I remember is like they're trying to push this wagon or something up the hill, and this fucking horse shits in this guy's face like diarrhea shit all over, and I'm like, no.
Oh God, yeah, I'm out on that already. That sounds awful.
And it was like a 10-minute scene. It was like that's what I'm saying.
Look at this. Depravity is like in the second word. Decadence, depravity, and outrageous excess leads to the rise and fall of several ambitious dreamers in the 1920s. Hollywood industry begins to transition from silent pictures.
Sorry, 20s. Did I say 40s? I meant.
I thought it was the 30s and 40s, but I guess it's the 20s.
I thought it was the 30s.
If you want to see a movie about the transition from silent movies to talkies, Singing in the Rain, best one.
You know, there's another good one too. It was Ollie and oh God, I forget that one. Ollie and it was the story of Oliver Hardy and Ollie and Hardy. You know what I'm talking about? It was like a couple years ago. It came out.
The Artist? No.
No. I know what she's talking about, but I forgot his name now too. It's
Stan
and Ollie, I think.
Stan and Hardy or something like that. Oliver and Hardy, the movie that was about them that came out a couple years ago. I think it went to the Oscars.
Well, so about the Laurel and Hardy comedy troupe or comedy duo,
yeah. But it was about like that moment in time where like
but it was called like Ollie and Steve or whatever.
Ollie and it was Ollie and something. And it was it was about that moment in time where they were like it was near the end of their career together. It was Ollie and Stan. Is that what it was called? Thank you.
Stan, not Steve. I'm sorry. Yes, thank you. I was having a brain fart.
Yeah, me too.
That's because I was looking for this.
Because we've been streaming for 2.5 hours, guys. We all have stream brain now, so forgive us.
That's your guys' excuse. I'm just high.
Oh, okay. Babylon, basically Caligula without the plot.
Pretty much, yes. That's kind of what I gathered.
A lot less feces in Caligula.
A lot less feces.
Yeah. But that story was really good, though. Like,
I think there's less homosexuality in Caligula too. Maybe.
I'd never seen Caligula either.
That's just basically a porn.
It is. Like if you actually watch a version that doesn't have the porn in it, and it's still not bad.
It's actually about Caligula,
yeah, it's one of the most famous. It's most famous because it was produced by Penthouse, and it actually has a shit ton of like movie stars in it. And there's like 5 different versions of the movie. Some that have like almost full on straight up porn, and some that are like cut down to next to nothing, like Script was saying. But like, yeah.
Oh yeah, because they had actual porn stars come in to sub the sexual scenes, just like they did with Nymphomaniac a few years back with Ellen Skarsgård.
Yeah, so there's depending on which version you see, but yeah.
Oh, I see. Okay, this is the movie I was talking about, and it's about that point in time where like it's going from silent movies into the rest of when that period of time is happening, and it's about their story. I mean, these are some of the history's greatest comics.
I was gonna say John C. Reilly was in it. I remember that.
Yeah, he was. It was a really good movie. Very well done. I thought it was a really well done movie. But you guys, we have been streaming for 2.5 hours, so thank you guys so much for coming by. Tom, thank you, and thank you, Andre, even though he's not here anymore, and Latino Slant, of course, Verbal Riot. Script Doctor, I'm really glad to have seen you. It's been super fun to see you always.
Yeah, I wish I could be available more often right now, but my mornings are packed all the way up until like around 6 o'clock usually. So,
Wow.
and then
Busy,
coming up, there's
busy.
going to be a lot of overnights. So it's going to
Oh,
be
wow.
crazy. But happy to be working pretty regularly and building up some new networks and connections there, and hopefully I'll have some fun stuff to share with you all. I am actually going to be inspecting the next big old round of Star Trek Starfleet Academy things that are going to go on auction soon, because we got our office has first dibs on picking up what we want for dirt cheap. So I already have a couple of tables from the previous auctions for our office.
That's awesome. Get me something Star Trek-y. That's
Well, you're not going to get that from a Starfleet Academy set.
I know, that's true. That's true. I've never.
Not unless some old prop accidentally made its way in there, which ain't gonna happen.
No, all the old stuff is
true.
still in California or Georgia right now. This is all the stuff from the Toronto productions.
Oh, good Lord.
Yeah.
Well, what I don't know if you want to plug your wares or what you got coming up next. You can go ahead, Script.
I don't know. I might take a nap for about 30 minutes.
That does sound good.
I'm gonna do that.
And then because the lady's away for a couple days, I streamed a little bit Windrose last night, which was
that's fun.
Fun game. I have tested out the new Conan Exiles Enhanced, which looks amazing.
Oh, cool.
And
I got that game too. I think the Windrose one.
Yeah,
we
the
should
pirate.
do that together. Next time you're free, I guess we should set something up.
Yeah, let's do that. It'd be fun to play games with you again.
Yeah,
it's going to be intermittent throughout the summer because number one, I like being outside.
I understand that.
But
Canadians only get a certain amount of time to go outside.
We get 4 weeks of sun throughout the
that's
entire
it.
year. So I'm doing that, and I've got some articles I'll be dropping on my Patreon over the next couple of weeks as well, because once I get things settled down on this production, I'm going to be bringing back scripts on Saturdays so that we can still review some more screenplays, because a couple of the one of the screenplays we did, which is a One Night Only, which we did earlier this year, that's coming out as a film, a comedy, romantic comedy, which I'm not sure many people have seen the trailer for. The advertising for it is pretty weak, but it is a very clever and a classic sweet, endearing romantic comedy, at least from the script side of things.
Nice.
And it might just be what we were looking for earlier, as we were talking about, like, Anyone But You, seeing beautiful people make out, falling in love, because it's got a sci-fi element to it that's quite fascinating, and it's not going to be revealed in the trailer because it will spoil a significant plot point of the film. That's why people are asking, like, well, how can there only be one night allowed to have sex? And you have to watch the movie to find out. And you'll if they keep it as a script, you won't be disappointed. But also, the only thing that could disappoint you on that point would be the acting level. So I have no idea how the acting level is going to be. I've only seen the stills and a quick snippet of the trailer. So
that's fine.
I'll be curious to see how that plays out for people in the real world.
Russell Hall over on Rumble saying something really inappropriate, but I'll read it. He says Caligula has graphic close-up of oral and penetration shots and a hardcore fisting scene, and what I saw on Babylon was still worse. Wow. That just tells you a lot. Russell also says, wait, what did they enhance on Conan Exiles? Was it the labia? Ew, you're so gross.
God, no.
God.
They upgraded the graphics to it, so it's now using like a high Unreal Engine. So lighting is much better, water is much better. I'm assuming I haven't done it yet, but I'm assuming if you did the nudity aspect of Conan Exiles, it probably looks more authentic.
Yeah, probably. They enhanced the labia, Russell. They did. They enhanced it.
The lighting dynamic is much more appropriate for the game. So yeah.
Russell, hold on. I have to get a clip for this situation, because this is getting ridiculous.
Who's bad?
I can't find any of my clips right now. I wanted the like the get some help one.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man? Bro, I'm out, man. That nigga's tripping.
The Michael Jordan stop. Get some help. That's
Yeah.
That
I
works
can't
just as
find it
good,
right
though.
now, but this one
That one worked.
People are spamming like the freaking baby giraffe video on in the thing in the chat, but I don't have any of my baby giraffe videos uploaded
Aw.
on this panel.
Stop it. Get some help.
That's right.
There it is. There it is. Yeah, everybody people want me to play baby giraffe videos because that's Russell Hall's weakness, you guys, just so you know. Just so the FYI.
Baby giraffes?
Yeah, I found it, Tom.
Wow,
baby
that
giraffes.
took some time.
He really likes those baby giraffes. Tom, what you got going on?
Later on, I'll be on fanzines talking about physical media. Otherwise, you'll probably catch me again on the morning show Friday morning. And that's all I got planned for now, anyway, I think. Unless I'm missing something.
Thanks for coming by, Tom. It was awesome to hang out with
No
you.
problem.
And, we just hung out on Saturday too, so it's not like haven't been hanging out for a while, but like it's good to see you here and talking entertainment and not drama. So that was fun. As for me, you can find me on here on Friday playing baby giraffe videos for Russell Hall and the rest of the chat. While we talk about good news articles and good news, good humans, trying to remind everybody that there's still good things going on out there other than this craziness that we talked about here, the depravity that Russell Hall brings about Caligula and like all that crazy shit we don't talk about on that show. We just watch a lot of cute stuff. So come and hang out with us then Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern. And again, thanks to the entire Midnight's Edge crew. And I will see you guys next time. Take care, everybody. Bye.